Today is 4/16/2026. This is session 34 of High Cloud Gym Challenge. We are moving right along through Daydreamer's Cave. We are nearing the end. We are in the primary cavern of primordial denizens, fossil Pokemon, basically anything you would imagine from Jurassic Park, Ark, Survival Evolved, and more. We are here joined by everyone at the moment, except for perhaps Jeremiah, though he just unmuted himself, so maybe he's back. And we are moving right along. Hi. So, we are currently in that cavern with the river flowing through it. You guys have, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, just passed over to the other side of the river, running away from Venipedes, or perhaps having just caught a Venipede and then wanting to get out of Dodge. You just spent most of your time on what I think of in my mind as the left-hand side of the river as you enter, and now you're moving over to the right-hand side of the river with the massive, sort of landmark tree, whose name escapes me. I called it something last session, or resembling something. A bit like a Madagascar-looking big bulbous tree with orange fruit growing in its branches. So. I don't have a map. It's all Theater of the Mind for now, and assuming nothing horrifying happens. So I'm going to switch music, and we're just going to get straight into it. I'm assuming nobody really needs much more recap than that. Everybody was present for last session. Let me switch music.
I will apologize. I've had a cough and congestion and stuff for a while, so if I forget to mute because my stuff is got the noise cancellation and stuff turned off, I apologize. Also, if the if the falsetto just totally gives out, that is a highly likely circumstance.
We'll have David replace you.
There may be an unexpected amount of voice cracks tonight, so
yeah.
Consider that a blessing or a curse as you choose.
We shall hearken back to old pleb.
Yeah, David's got your back. Any given moment, David's right there with you.
I've been in the shoes now, I know the pain.
The pain. Lol.
By the way, hopefully David gets to show up again this session. But I just, everybody, give David a little round of applause for sticking it out the last couple of sessions with little to do.
Yeah.
Well done, David. David, you're so patient. You're so lovely. You're my favorite.
What a real one.
There we go. Yeah, the soundboard clap. Let's go.
Very good,
everybody.
Isaac.
Soundboard clap.
Only twice as late as it needed to be.
Excellent.
Excellent, David. Good job.
I pulled up
Yes.
I pulled up resonance, and I just saw a line of plasma and machine gun buttons on the soundboard. I'm like, maybe not. Yeah, we're right back into it. Go ahead and tell me what you guys are doing. I won't prompt anybody unless I feel like there's too much deliberation.
Crossed over the river yet or no?
You have now crossed over the river. You were escaping the potentially violent series of Venipedes. You all have ample means of getting across the river. I don't recall how you got across the river, but I'm going to go ahead and say you did it.
Cool.
Ample can get across the river?
Across the river, the second
That's right,
time?
fantastic swim speed.
Yeah, so if you recall, Isaac, the last thing you guys did was you fought some Venipedes and captured one for Amber. After which you guys had collectively decided to immediately vacate this side of the river so that the swarm doesn't catch up to you and potentially chew you to bits.
Right, okay. I'd forgotten that we succeeded at that.
You did succeed. That was the very last thing you did.
Good. Now, there was something we were trying to come back to, wasn't there? Or was that the Venipede thing?
I don't recall. I don't recall what. I don't have a card either.
No, I think you're right. So Isaac I think last time I was like, well, maybe it's something that we do the other thing first and then we come back to. But then we decided, I think, to just go ahead and knock it out at the end of last session.
Oh, okay. Or maybe it was the Venipede thing, because we figured if we screwed that up, we might have to run for our lives.
That's possible.
Yeah, so,
leave that for the last.
I think we're good now. I don't think there was anything else we wanted to come into based on
Mako
That's
continues
really
to mourn the potential Tropius friend he could have had.
It was a valiant effort, and it was really down to the wire.
It really was.
It so could have easily gone in your favor, and you could have had a rather unruly but very powerful and prideful Tropius friend. So, yeah, you guys are standing on the opposite side of the river. You see that tree in the distance. Foliage on this side appears to be a little more thick, a little less varied, less of the kind of stone monoliths spiking up out of the ground. The air on this side seems to feel a little bit heavier, maybe a little bit heavier with precipitation. There appears to be a little bit less in the way of, like, airflow, if that makes sense, despite the fact that you're still next to the river. Anyways.
I just realized what it was, Isaac. It was the flying green, like deadly bug Pokemon among the trees that we were.
That's on this side of the river.
It is on that side of the river, yeah.
On the
You
side
had
of the river.
You had to cross the river to get to it.
And upon further consideration, I don't think it's a Scyther. For some reason, I really thought it was, and then I was like, wait, this is like prehistoric area. Dragonflies seem way more like prehistoric. So I'm more inclined that it's a Yanma or a Yanmega. So,
You said
yeah,
it was.
I don't know.
It looked really dangerous.
Oh, so the impression that the Dwebble, no, it wasn't the Dwebble. It was actually the Archops. Yeah, the Archon.
Arkin.
Okay, yeah. The impression that the Archon gave us was that there was a flying, buzzing, like deadly green Pokemon, like predator, that was rarely spotted among these trees that were nearby on this side of the river. So, and because it's buzzing, I kind of assumed it was a bug, and then narrowed down with green and flying from there, and can just kind of. At this point, I'm thinking it might be a Yanmega. So, yeah, that'd be very cool. But also very dangerous potentially. So, yeah, I guess we just proceed forward into the trees towards the fruit. I don't know if we're supposed to make peace with the Breloom, right? We're supposed to not anger the guardians of the fruit further.
You know it's not. Of course, the Nuzleaf tribe, what was one of their issues was the guardians of the fruit were deeply upset. There are a potential number of ways you could deal with this. You could, for one, make there be no longer guardians of the fruit. You could appease them.
Wow.
You could figure out what's wrong with them. You could ignore them, take your thing and leave, and, abandon all the stuff you're leaving behind, potentially.
All my Pokemon gone.
All of them.
Don't need them.
Yep.
Did you really need them?
The Shiftry is
yeah,
now Vigo.
Pokemon moves at this point.
He's become a Pokemon master. So, yeah. You haven't really gathered a lot of information on this side of the river yet. You don't know what's going on. You assume this is where you need to be, but you're not sure yet.
Did we establish that we do know what the fruit looks like? Or are we actively still trying to figure out?
You have heard there are guardians of the fruit, but you do not know what the fruit is.
Gotcha.
A little bird in the back of your mind says, there's a tree over there and there's fruit on it. Perhaps that is the fruit. But you don't know.
I assumed it was the glowing mushrooms we need since.
Right, I had
they
heard
were
someone
angered
say
by
that.
previous ones, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, assuming nobody else has anything, you push forward into the thick foliage. There are fewer game paths here, which could be indicative of an ecosystem that is less using the ground, or they are in tune with the foliage, that is to say. You push onward and find several smaller tributaries running through the underbrush. These appear to be like tiny little creeks, running like veins through the underbrush. You actually have to stop yourselves a few times so you don't get your feet any more wet than they already are as you begin to dry yourselves off slowly. You definitely get the impression, like trench foot, potential fungus, or hygiene issues in the future may be an issue if you don't get these dried off and rested up at some point in the near future. But for now, you're all toughing it out. If this were a non-Pokemon jungle, there would be tiny flies biting away at your skin. The kind of thick, heady humidity makes it a little bit hard to breathe. As you launch yourselves forward through what can only be called a primordial jungle, deep within a cave under a snowy plateau, deep in the Animos region. As you do this, you begin to make headway, and perhaps Vigo leading the way with a shovel, cutting down some branches here and there, making the way slightly more salvageable. As you hear buzzing over your heads, not visible, something in the trees. As you're instantly reminded of what you heard before from the Archon's channeling.
Yeah, Amber is immediately perking up and...
Oh, is that it?
Oh my goodness, the falsetto is not there. Yeah, she'll be very excited and kind of like looking around frantically trying to spot it. Yeah, and she'll probably... I don't know what kind of Pokemon might be useful here.
You want me to paralyze it?
Well, I mean, if we can see it first.
She's
Like,
a little
yeah.
horse today.
Yeah, she's a little far.
Yeah.
Is it here's a question. Is the sound moving, like, is the sound staying like we're hearing buzzing? Is the buzzing coming from a specific location, or is it that it's flitting so fast?
Yeah, it's like it's
that
buzzing
we're
the
just-
tower, right? Like it's a sound of it coming towards you and then it going away, and then another sound, maybe every few minutes or so, coming and going from a different direction to a different direction.
Okay. I don't know how much like I have my intuition as a Pokemon player as to what this is, but I don't know how much Amber herself would know to be able to kind of roll for what this might be.
Without
I,
seeing it, Pokeed,
Yeah,
you
can
could just be.
can I hypothesize?
Yeah, you can hypothesize. Put your
Wow.
put your little child brains together, see what you come up with. Excuse me. So,
13.
Michael with a 13. There are a couple of Pokemon that come to mind. Based on what you have been informed of, it is a Pokemon that is green. And it is flying. But judging by the sound, it's buzzing, which would indicate smaller, lighter wings oscillating at a far higher frequency as opposed to a bird. So that means probably some kind of bug. Of course, two things spring to mind. That is Scyther, and the other being the dragonfly Pokemon Yanma. It is also possible, though, however, unlikely, your brain briefly flicks to the possibility of mutant irregularities, often referred to by the demographic of Pokemon trainers as shiny Pokemon, which would shift the color potentially to green if it is not normally green. What Pokemon that could be, unclear. So essentially what you were already thinking, but now given to more concrete fact, having had a audio impression of the thing.
He will
Okay.
continue theorizing with Amber.
Very good. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. You know what? I just have just the Pokemon for this.
And she's gonna get out Dwebble. Thinking that the rock typing might come in handy here, and also the move Smackdown might be a way to kind of take it out of the sky and bring it down to a catchable level.
Mako will prep Calamari on his arm to potentially throw it, and then also, like with his other hand, just kind of prep a shutdown ball. Which I need to keep an eye on how many I have of those.
Yeah.
How do you think we could, are either of those really, like, I don't know, into honey, you think? Or do you think it's too dangerous to do something like that again? I mean, we didn't really have good results last time. We kind of end up with the T-Rex. So, I mean, we did have the Venipede. That worked out.
Yeah, it sounds like we got kind of a 50-50 shot. I'm willing to roll those dice.
A brief
Origin did say it was dangerous.
A brief glance is spared to the direction across the river where, in a distant tree, an Aerodactyl still sits, crawling out in its hoarse reptilian voice.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
It's distant, perhaps it wouldn't notice. At least wouldn't notice as quickly as something nearby.
So what we really need is a web to catch a bug.
Okay, let me see. We used up String Shot, did we not?
String
I
Shot
feel like
has been
somewhere
used.
Brief.
Brief, painful flashback to the spinner rack that never was.
Only
Okay,
we had a
well,
sticky
Who
web.
really cares? Let's not. Yeah, man.
Direct like
I'm trying
that?
to-
That spider
Okay,
is adorable.
Are you kidding? Like, Ariados was in like the bottom 10 bug Pokemon. In,
Okay.
Wolfie's, like,
What's
thing.
that?
It was like, it did very poorly.
It's also the only one that gets, what is it, Toxic Thread?
Signature.
Toxic Thread? Is that a good one?
Yeah,
I
has a
think it's the only one that gets it.
has a signature. Yeah, that and Smeargle, Arceus, Ditto.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The bane of existence. Oh, man. Okay, so String Shots are being used, and how am I gonna...
Well, I have wrap.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
for a web. Like
I
to
was, yeah, I was
that's
trying to
really
like
good
exactly
idea,
like
yeah.
how do you catch a like spiders catch flies, so they make the webs, so I was
Ooh.
thinking make a web
Hey.
and then we could catch the flying bug that's zipping around.
Oh,
Austin.
while we're
Yeah.
theorizing, one of the things it could be is a Beedrill if it's shiny.
I already had a bee drill.
Could be a Scizor if it's shiny.
That'd be crazy.
So somebody
There could be a lot of
unleashed-
things that could kill us. By the way,
unleashed,
are
like, a
y'all cool with
futuristic
us
Pokemon
even trying to
genre.
catch this? Like, I'm open.
Oh, yeah.
I've already gotten 2 cool Pokemon.
Sure,
So
yeah.
I'm
if
fine
y'all
with
don't
it.
think it's worth the risk, then I'm like,
Go-
I'm not
yeah.
trying to force this upon the party.
Sister or
Mako
Yanma's are
lives
good.
for the catch.
Hydrogun if it's shiny. Yeah, a whole world of possibilities opens up when stuff starts to get shiny.
Literally That's a party. That's a party KO right there. That's too much.
Okay, so Austin, would I be able to like reverse engineer a netball and like extract the net from it to use?
Whoa.
Okay.
What
What is a netball?
Toolbox.
That is the question, narratively speaking. I suppose I haven't really flavored it any particular way. I've just said it's a Pokeball. That's a fun idea. A netball is actually a device that shoots a small web around it to increase the possibility of capture. Huh. Let me look at what
I
it does.
I also have a small bug net. I just don't know if it would be big enough, even if we took it off the net, to like actually be run into.
I
Or
like
if it would
this.
be- 'cause,
I like
we-
this idea actually. So we'll say yes. Netballs have a specialized thin mesh that fires off in an 180-degree arc with the ball, and then it kind of like if it hits a thing, then it suctions the ball over to it and kind of increasing your chances. So I would say yeah. If you wanted to try salvaging a netball over a short period, this would be a higher DC technology education check, I'd say, to try and make this
Alrighty.
work.
This is why we spec'd into it as my main stat.
This is what we train for!
Does anyone else have any sort of technology education to speak of?
Elaine's pathetic at it.
This is where David speaks up. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
No, I'm absolutely garbage at it.
That's right. I
Is
forgot
everyone
about
here
I
of one
forgot about the
rank
Rotom
then?
incident.
I'm a 2, so I could give you a +1, but that's literally it. I don't know what else.
Fair.
would be.
I mean, that makes narrative sense that like you're because
Yeah.
we're trying to catch this for you.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely invested in helping. You know.
Okay. Yeah. So we shall add a
As a young what is it, Gen Alpha? Amber is
Gen
you know,
Alpha.
just naturally good with technology.
A for Animos.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As in,
the fact
grew up with the CRTV and nothing else.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
fact
yeah.
that there are more generations spawning always gives me some sort of existential crisis. Like I thought I was too young for this to happen. Like people aren't allowed to keep spawn. We're not allowed to have Gen Alpha yet. All right, here we go.
22. Say that's pretty good, son.
Well done.
Pretty solid indeed. Pretty solid indeed. Yeah. So. Yeah, you're rolling. Mako stumbles upon an epiphany as he reaches into. I'm assuming one of your net balls, Mako.
Yeah.
Okay. You reach in, grab one of your net balls, and begin peeling off a kind of paste on the side of the Pokeball, and then reaching in and slowly unthreading that thin, sticky mesh within the ball that is adhesive, though once exposed to the air is quickly losing its stickiness. You believe after you've taken it fully out and unfastened it from its tether within the ball, you got a couple minutes to try and make something work with this before it solidifies.
All right, Amber, we gotta work fast.
Okay, you got it.
And I think I will get cause let's see, does Ample has Wall Climber. Okay, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna get out Ample, since Ample having String Shot should also kind of be good with webs and stuff already. And could probably grab it with its pincers and kind of hold it while it climbs. She's gonna get out Ample and have Ample go and kind of climb up one of the trees with Wall Climber and its threaded capabilities, and Nature Walk Forest as well. So this is kind of its environment. And go and secure the net on, like one side, and then kind of do the other, and kind of just Amber will kind of use her acrobatics to do what she can to climb up trees and stuff, as she's done before, hopefully not falling out of them like some other party members, and just work together with her Pokemon and Mako, using her acrobatics and her Pokemon to try and secure the net and make a good wide berth that a Pokemon potentially could fly into.
Sure. You begin to clamber up the trees. Go ahead and roll that acrobatics, as it's quite thick. There's lots of vines. However, that may not be the only thing you must contend with as you begin to crawl up into the upper canopy and reach the level at which this thing appears to be flying for the most part.
Oh, fun. Okay, that's a 16.
Sure. You clamber up, Mako, in close tow, as some of the vines you are gripping move a little bit, and it's actually really nice initially because it's dragging you upwards, and then you realize, wait, it's dragging me upwards, and then you look up to see a vast tangle of blue vines slowly coiling inward.
Are they retracting from me, or are they sucking me in?
You are holding on to it for dear life because you are currently 20 feet off the ground, and you are quickly finding that you are lacking immediate handholds in other dimensions. As you are currently holding on with little choice for alternative, assuming you don't pull something off here. Looking upward, you do identify two pale white orbs in the dark mass of vines deeper up. This may give you some indicator as to what you are contending with here. Mako, also behind you, hanging onto the same vine for dear life, may also know. Tangler, the corner shanker's Pokemon. That's right.
Our corner shankers.
Remember the corner shanker? Rest in peace, corner shanker.
Oh,
It's been a minute.
What, he
cannot
died?
be
No.
forgotten. Cannot
I
be
assume I
forgotten.
can roll to identify this.
Pokemon education, gotta go quick. There you go, 2018. This is a Tangrowth.
Oh.
Most peculiar, you were noting this is a Tangrowth with your 18 in Pokemon education that is deep within the nesting season. It is likely this Tangrowth doesn't really want anything to do with you, and is retracting more so because it wants nothing to do with you and less because it wants to eat you. However, if you come close to its eggs, there will be trouble. You gotta act fast. Consider your options.
Amber, I think we picked the wrong tree.
I know, but I don't know what to do.
Okay, just stay calm. So did we fall out of... I can't type witty remarks and listen at the same time, apparently. Did we fall out of the tree?
Nope.
Or are we still up
If
the
you'd
tree?
fallen out of the tree, you would have taken damage. You're currently about 20 feet up, climbing quickly. The Tangrowth, another 15, 20 feet up. These are really tall trees, very thick foliage. You are surrounded by other trees, though it's unclear which of them host Tangrowth colonies and which are relatively safe. And if you were to vault over, that would require additional checks of some kind. Keep in mind, you also have your Pokemon, those of them that can fly or climb or float alongside you that could potentially be useful here.
I will.
Okay.
I will catch Amber up briefly on... If you see eggs, stay away from them. This is just a mom being protective, most likely. And then I will immediately also use Psychologist to attempt to communicate to the Tangrowth that this was an honest mistake and we mean them no harm and we are going to retreat immediately.
Sure. It's a little bit of a difficult situation because your egress is unclear at the moment. As in, you can say you're retreating, but you're actively being pulled upwards.
How close is the Grubbin to us?
Grubbin, we'll say it's climbing up there with you. It has a climb speed, does it not, or some kind of capability thereof?
Yeah, so it's got wall
So
climber
so it's climbing on the
and-
tree. It's not reliant on the vines.
Okay, here's what I'd like to do. I would like to take the escape rope, in my bag. So just the rope. I keep calling it the escape rope, but the description says it's a portable rope. So I'm just gonna take my rope.
Sure.
And I want to try and toss one end of it to Ample. And I'd like it to catch it with this vice grip pincers that it's got.
Okay.
And being a very tiny creature myself, and one of the things here's what I like to leverage.
Uh-huh.
Insectoid utility gives Pokemon the ability to use like threaded attacks to perform like trip, grapple, push, stuff like that. And when they do that, they ignore weight and size restrictions.
Is that a bug ace
Um,
feature?
Yeah, that's a bug ace feature.
I like it.
So
So you want
I
to
like-
try and have Ample weld itself to the tree and just hold on for your dear life as you swing from the escape rope it's holding.
I kind of want to use Ample as an anchor, given that it has like wall climber. It's got this threaded ability that it can kind of dig in and nature walk forest. Like this is its terrain,
Sure.
and let it use those big pincers and ignore those kind of weight restrictions
Mhm.
on at least a small creature like me, maybe even Mako as well, or maybe perhaps one at a time.
Sure.
And be able to kind of swing down, and presumably I'll kind of land like kind of not necessarily on the tree, but if I swing down beneath it, then I can kind of grab onto the tree and then maybe, take one arm, throw it up
Sure.
to Mako or something like that.
So,
slide down.
This could potentially work. However, as you in a slight panic reach towards your escape rope, you pull it up and you notice it is beginning to get a bit threadbare. This is something I communicated to David last time he used it, but your escape rope basically has one use left. If you want to use that here, it will be useless afterwards. You think it may have one last good rappel in it.
Okay. Here is... I mean, unless you have better ideas, Mako? If he's talking, I can't hear him right now.
Oh, yeah, I just said not really.
Okay, cool. Then that's what I'm going for because I am kind of out of tricks without like string shot to kind of like secure us or something.
Go ahead and do
So,
it for you. I'm just gonna continue to try and whisper sweet nothings at this.
Okay, well,
Penrith.
if you're gonna try and do that as well, then what I'll do is I'll also try and channel it and help. Maybe I can, since like, I don't know if it gets the, I don't know if it understands you or not. So maybe I can kind of use channeler and kind of add to what you're doing.
Yeah. The vibe I get
so-
is like I'm better at conveying ideas and like receiving some ideas, but they're not on the level of language by any means. So channeling would be
Sure.
quite helpful.
Well, language isn't. Yeah, channeling isn't language either. It is also kind of conveying, receiving. So
Fair, but I mean more accuracy and more nuance to the ideas.
Sure, perhaps. Yeah. So, is it actively resisting a channeling, Austin?
The Tangrowth?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
Is it
so.
hostile? Okay.
No, it's. I mean,
so if
it's
not...
it's cautious of you, but I wouldn't say it's hostile yet.
So
Okay.
So before we do this is somewhat we'll call it more meta than not. So like this is where we're trying to set up the net, right? So it would be kind of jerkish at best to lure this dangerous bug into this like presumably potentially nesting ground of more peaceful Pokemon, right? So like do we have any intention of continuing to set up the net anywhere around here, or are we gonna like take it down and try for somewhere else?
Well, the problem is we just have so little time. Like,
Right.
We might have to try another netball, which we may fail that.
Yeah. So what I'm
So-
thinking is we try and focus on, with the added nuance that channeling can allow. Like I'm assuming it is going to be communicating with you, and then you're going to be communicating. with
Oh my goodness, Isaac, you're a genius. Okay. Are you saying that we should get the Tangrowth on our side to help us take down the bug type that could endanger its children?
I mean, if that works, so be it. But I was thinking more enlist the Tangrowth to be like explain to the Tangrowth we were gonna try and trap this predator and like eliminate it, like take it with us.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want us to do that around your home, can you help us take this net down because it's time sensitive? And then if you wanted, I hadn't even thought of that, but if you want to also enlist the help of the Tangrowth, then essentially whatever check you use to try and convince the Tangrowth, presumably I can use Pokeed in place of the skill I'd be aiding you with, right?
Genius. I love it. Okay, let's take this pacifist route if we can. So if it's not hostile and it's not resisting, then Amber will try and channel the Tangrowth. And
Sure. So spending an ability point.
I guess I kind of assume it is a so it's
Are you using the empathic senses version that requires an ability point, or are you just doing the basic level channel?
No. So yeah. Shared senses is what allows me to like see through it and
Uh-huh.
stuff. I don't need to do that in order to communicate with it.
Okay.
So presumably it shouldn't take one unless there's been changes. But
And I will attempt to use Poke's psychology to essentially whatever Amber relates to me that she's experiencing, I can be like, oh, this is probably the Tangrowth trying to, say this or do that, just to
sure.
add more clarity
Sure.
to the conversation.
And
I
we'll
mean,
just
in
assume
any
that I'm being
case.
pretty vocal
Okay.
about
Yeah.
like how like characters are like often like they kind of like repeat things like in conversation
Sure.
to kind of empathize and stuff. So you're feeling this way. Amber will kind of, I guess we'll assume that she's acting like that when
Yep.
you're talking about things, Austin. Just
Sure.
to make
As
things
you're being reeled up, you decide to try and negotiate with the Tangrowth using all of your intuitive channeling ability, knowing that in the end this will probably be your last course of action either way before hostilities or more break out or you get dropped. So launching into a sort of discourse with the Tangrowth as you begin to make out impressions. The Tangrowth, cautious, warm, comfortable, yet the impression of outside forces disturbing, an incessant buzzing, high-pitched voices that cut through the miasma of vines and warmth of the eggs it surrounds. You ensure it. You want its comfort to continue. You kind of push it feelings of warmth, using lower tones of voice, kind of rubbing the vine slightly as you do so, trying your best to kind of convey good vibes. So intuition here, I would say, to try and get it to chill out, and get it to sort of cooperate here. As it begins to slow down and start to spread out a little more, the vine reeling you upward slows its descent or ascent and slowly coils back around the trunk of the tree, allowing you to stabilize there. Though the Tangrowth is in a sort of torpor state. It's not asleep per se, but it's very low activity. It doesn't really acknowledge you much more than the fact that you're no longer a threat and you're not really something that it needs to bother or care about.
Okay, so that's good. So we've kind of calmed it down. I'm gonna kind of I'm sure that a Tangrowth has seen a spider's web before, and so I'll kind of give her that imagery of a spider's web and a bug being caught in the web, and kind of associate that with these notions of the buzzing and that going away and there being peace and no more buzzing but simply rest. Maybe, I don't know how much it's, we saw eyes, so I would kind of point to the web and be like, we're trying to set up this web so we can get rid of this bug. She's doing a little bit lower tone of voice, right? Because
yeah,
that's one of the things. So that we can capture this Pokemon, and then your babies, your eggs, they won't have to worry about their home anymore because we're gonna take care of it for you. Is it all right if we do this here, or would you be willing to help us? I know you're sleepy right now, and it's okay. We can handle it as long as you're all right with it.
All this time, Mako is like whispering in Amber's ear, trying to add way too much detail. She's probably just having to like block him out. Like, no, keep it simple.
Yeah. You vocalize and you give it impressions, and you just get the impression that Tangrowth isn't really wanting to be really cooperative right now. It just wants to chill out. It doesn't really want to do anything. It's been able to ignore the buzzing up until this point, and it's satisfied to continue doing so, at least until things escalate.
So I guess it didn't really give me a confirmative as to whether it's okay to...
Yeah, well, it's not going to bother. It's not going to mess with you. Your plans are safe, but it's not going to aid you any further.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Yes.
All right, I think it's good with our plan. Proceed with Operation
Clothesline as a go.
Oh, clothesline. Okay. Yeah.
Mako, do you have a good name for the operation?
Bolt of inspiration hit me. I like the name Operation Clothesline.
What's it?
The GM giveth. You would definitely know what a clothesline is. That's like the primary mode of drying clothes in animals.
Ironically,
I'm
probably
sorry.
didn't.
Yeah, I had a little moment there where I forgot how impoverished my player character was. Yeah.
Okay, I like it. So now we just gotta get this bug to fly into the net.
So I believe, and I'm really not certain about this because I know I have used jars of honey, but it says I have one left in my inventory. I don't remember if that is because I had 2 saved up, and so I used 1 last session, and then like now it's like 0, or if I actually just generally had 1 left.
Now you used Surskit's Sweet Scent last session, did you not?
Okay, so I have 1 jar left.
I would assume you still have your jar of honey.
Is it too risky? Highly probably.
Of course, yeah.
Is it
So,
funny?
well, okay. The thing is what else are? Let's see. Do we know anything about? Let me ask my Pokehead guy. And let's go ahead and climb down from the trunks, maybe.
So presumably,
on the
like
ground
the
for
net
this?
was successfully affixed.
I would hope so.
The net will be the final thing you will do. You have the net now. Now you attempt to have it span the
Okay.
gap where you expect this thing to fly through between two trees. One would assume.
Okay, very good. Yeah.
I've had you roll a grand total of 2 so far, just to make it a nice even skill challenge. Let's have you roll one more thing here from either of you. We're gonna have that be one of you is going to have to bridge the gap, so probably jumping across with the other end of the web to another Tangrowth that got the message. So that would probably be an athletics or acrobatics check. He's going in. As Mako displaying extreme athleticism, actually, gathers up all of his lower body strength, kind of wedges himself onto the vine, and then launches himself off of the tree trunk over to the other one while he has the web. Amber, you realize briefly that Mako weighs a lot more than you, and if he misses the tree trunk, he will be dragging you down with him. But that image is only briefly in your head as he slams into the adjacent tree trunk, grabs onto vines, many of which tear off. It seems not all the vines in the area are Tangrowth, as he climbs up to be even with you and then stretches it taut. You now have a small, thin, membranous, sticky, adhesive, man-made spider web clinging between you. By the way, Mako, that net ball that you salvaged is now a normal Pokeball because it no longer has the net functionality to it.
Oh, that's so cool, actually.
I was fully prepared to just delete it from my inventory, but that's really cool.
Okay.
And if you catch it, we'll have it be in the net ball, though. So for aesthetic reasons, you have to mark it differently.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's right. Okay. You await with bated breath as you hear buzzing behind you, and then to the left of you, and then left to right, you all watch as almost faster than the eye can see, a green blur launches itself between the trees you are now situated between and slams into the line, almost dragging you both off, but you were braced. As it just like yanks away at it, and you're straining as you get a good look at this thing for the first time. Roll me a Poke-Ed.
Oh wow, the first failure to
You don't know what this thing is, but it's red and it's green, and its wings beat frantically as it attempts just to break against the web you've created here. You have a brief window where you could attempt some kind of action here. What's it going to be?
I don't know what this is, but get it!
Okay, I would like to try, like, Smackdown, and try and use the Dwebble on the ground and basically knock it out so that it's can't, like, flee.
Does Dwebble have a climb speed? I don't think there is a clear line of sight from the ground.
Oh, okay,
If it can climb, then it can be up here with you. Otherwise, I would say that's probably not a valid vector.
No, I guess not. So it has Nature Walk, Underdog. And
Okay,
Nature
you got
Walk.
other options. You have all the other Pokemon that can fly, climb, or float.
Well, I guess would it be reasonable if it's like, well, would it be? No, I guess not, because I guess I kind of got abducted, so I wouldn't have really had the chance to pick it back up into a Pokeball then. So.
Do you have your equipment, Caleb?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so you have Pokeballs at your disposal?
Yeah, I have a netball, but I mean, this thing is presumably higher level, and we haven't paralyzed it or anything, so I guess I was just
as
not
long as you
super
have
optimistic
Pokeballs,
I'd get it first try.
So I can paralyze it with Mari, and then I can throw a Pester Ball at it. So we can get 2 status.
Honestly, Pester Ball first to like sleep it so that it doesn't keep trying to escape.
Right.
Might be the best first move, and then unless the paralyzing would, I guess, then wake it up and stuff.
That's what I actually meant to ask you, Austin.
Yeah.
Maybe this is specified in the rules, but if you're not dealing damage to the thing that's asleep, does it wake it up, or like, do you have to deal damage, or do you just have to attack it?
I'm not sure.
Damage.
let me
We've been over this.
look at the condition.
Before, I remember. Let's see if I can find it.
Sleep condition definition. Sleeping targets receive no bonuses from evasion and cannot take actions. Wake up requirement at the end of each of their turns. A sleeping target automatically wakes up if they take damage or lose life from an active attack, such as a move or the press feature. So yes, only damage specifically.
Oh,
Nice.
sweet. Well, in that case, now here's a question. Wait, do I even have? If I were to do, is it devitalizing throw? Oh no. Nope, I think I spec'd out of that. Never mind. I can't beam it and deal damage anymore. He learned his lesson from killing a small bird. Okay. Yeah. So presumably Mako does have the highest initiative at 20 speed.
Sure. What I'm going to say is you guys and whatever active Pokemon you have out get the chance to do something, and then we will break to some other action. No initiative yet. It may not come up. We're not going to worry about it for now.
Cool. Yeah, I shall. I shall throw my Pester Ball, just sort of letting go of Calamari since it has a levitate.
Yep, Pester Ball onto it. So you're rolling a d20 minus 6 versus its status evasion, yep.
I believe.
Oh, and with high speed, it's gonna have high status evasion.
Tools of the trade affects Pokeballs. We've established that Pester Balls are not Pokeballs. They are a separate. They're a separate tool. Yep.
Cool. Alrighty. Oh. Yeah, probably didn't hit.
1. Let me check status evasion.
Oh no, no! Or get out of jail free card.
Okay.
It's gonna be too fast for this.
I think its status evasion is too high. Yep. Yeah, so the Pester Ball misses as the thing jerks violently to one side, even with the slight debuff to its evasion from the web right now.
Okay.
So,
You said our-
that's Mako's go. Yep, so Amber can go, and your guys' active Pokemon can go.
Okay, so let me do, before we proceed with Calamari Isaac, let me do Spark from Grubbin, since Grubbin's out right now, because that could paralyze, which means that Calamari maybe
I
could
could
do
do
something
Wrap.
different.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try Spark from Ample.
Alright, Ample, let's use this new electric ability.
And she
Excellent, yeah.
AC 15
You're hitting. Yeah, absolutely. One moment. I'll
for
calculate damage.
that's 30 electric.
As
melee.
Ample that was on the tree trunk or riding on your shoulder,
That paralyzes.
inches its way across the line and launches itself at the insect caught in your webbing, kind of leeching onto it as it lights up with electricity, just frying it. And I'm going to go ahead. I need to do an import
no
really
die.
quick. There we go. All right, so that is a total of 30. And this is, of course, super effective. This thing is flying, whatever it is. And this is... Spark is physical, yes?
It is.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
physical. I don't remember if Yanmega is more physically or especially bulky. I don't know that it's particularly bulky either, to be honest.
I think it's got great diet there.
Yeah. I mean, it's bug flying. The defensive typing is not necessarily what you're going for.
It's just very fast, I think. It's
Yeah,
fast
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
good special.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a glass cannon support type.
Yeah. I've
Okay.
seen Wolfie play with it a lot.
And
Now
paralyzed,
it's
you said?
actually good. It is paralyzed because I got a 15 plus.
Lovely. Yep. All right. Okay. Ample doing its job very well here. As we only have we have Amber and presumably the Electros. Calamari.
How does the Pokemon look?
It definitely took some damage there, and now it's paralyzed. But it is not close to fainting.
Okay. Do your worst.
You want Mari to go next?
I think you should, yeah. I think we should try and get it lower, and then I should probably try and like netball it from there, to be honest.
All right. So I have the binding band, which does not have a description. So I'm not sure if.
Well, do you think it's worth it to? Oh, does this keep it from moving?
Well, I mean, so essentially it's a grapple.
It's grapple plus. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the binding band makes it grapple plus, I guess.
The binding band gives you an additional +1 accuracy, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Please adjust that if you can, so we're not confused about this in the future. But yeah. So you're making a normal accuracy roll to grapple +2, and whenever the user gains dominance at a grapple, the target of the grapple loses the take of hit points. Do you have the grapple rules on hand, Isaac, as the user of Bind?
I do not. I
I've
was
got 'em.
looking to see if it. Okay, thank you. I was hoping it was a button on my sheet.
No. It's status melee. So it's a status attack. AC 4.
Yeah.
If you
Okay, so that was not correctly conveyed, but I'll go ahead and take the accuracy check you rolled, -4. It's still hitting, of course.
Okay, great.
well,
If the accuracy check hits, the user and the target must make an opposed check and either use the combat or athletic skill.
Okay, so versus the thing's athletics. Does the
Yeah, combat
initiator
or
also roll combat or athletics?
Yeah,
Yep,
both of them
opposed
roll,
check.
and then
Okay.
it says if the initiator wins the
5 versus a 7, you win.
Oh, let's go.
nice. Okay. Yep. Loses a tick of hit points from bind. Then.
You also get a
and you have
+2 to that die you just rolled. It's a skill check made to initiate. So
Oh, okay.
Right. So now that you're both grappled, you're vulnerable. Can't take shift actions. Gain a -6 penalty to accuracy rolls of targeting anything outside of the grapple.
okay.
And if you have dominance, you can do some other stuff.
Okay. The creature takes a tick of hit points here. Because you gain dominance in the grapple.
Let's see.
So, at this point, it is grappled and webbed. It's vulnerable. They can't apply evasion to any sort of attacks. Okay. So, does that mean that I could potentially use my bug net and make another status attack to basically additionally trap them and give them give us another capture roll bonus?
What's supposed to do?
I'll post it. But it's for catching bugs.
Okay. Long stick. These pieces of two-handed
It's an AC6
equipment.
status attack, but it wouldn't be able to apply evasion. And
Small. Yep, this Pokemon is
trap a
small.
Pokemon in there. And then capture rolls against the Pokemon receive a bonus.
Okay.
It's weird because
But I don't-
Calamari is currently binding it.
Yeah.
So Calamari is essentially adding its silhouette to the creature that is caught.
Fair point.
So in my mind, probably not. It's no longer a small Pokemon in that regard.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
So probably not, but good idea. So
Okay. I'll probably just go with a netball then if y'all think that's wise.
Okay, yeah, just try and catch it here. Go for it.
Alright,
Yep.
so
At
presumably
Mako's
the
direction,
attack
calamari leaves its perch on the tree, hovering just over a couple of branches, and ventures out onto the line and snakes its way around the bug, now frantically trying to escape, crushing it a little bit in the process. Okay, so netball is going to be giving you the -6, but then it gives you bonus to the actual capture roll. Yes, it doesn't give you extra accuracy.
So I don't think the accuracy should matter since they can't apply evasion against any sort of attack. Because
That
it's
doesn't.
vulnerable.
If you get negative, then you still don't.
Right, they have an evasion of 0.
Oh,
But you
okay.
could get a -1 or more,
Okay, fair point, yeah.
or less,
My
I
bad.
should say. You're good?
Alright, so I just need to roll a d20 -6. Oh,
Okay, you're good. Just barely. Yeah,
that
yeah.
was terrifying.
As Calamari is wrestling with the creature, it is violently beating its wings, going this way and that, rubber banding along the web all along. As you and Mako are holding it, attempting to pull you guys from the tree and throwing off your aim slightly, as you take a brief moment to aim and barely catch the thing in one of its beating wings, it evaporates in a pool of energy, which begins to fall through the air. As I want one of you guys who are adjacent to it, or perhaps one of your Pokemon at your own direction, attempt to catch the ball before it hits the ground and breaks.
I've got 5 acrobatics. Would that be relevant?
Sure.
I've also got a net that I could catch it with.
You could use the net. I would say because you had the net out and we're trying to use it. Yeah. You could roll the check with an extra +1.
Okay, I would like to try and catch it with the net.
Okay.
So I'll make a acrobatics +1. Whew, 20.
Nice. Yep. You effortlessly catch the ball, and if it breaks out, it's going to be caught in the net when it emerges.
Oh.
Hopefully.
There are layers. This is
so-
Inception Pokemon catching.
So from here, your actual capture roll, please.
Indeed. Okay, so
So this Pokemon is
D20
paralyzed.
and
It is level 25, and it is below half health.
All right. Should be looking to beat an 11 here, unless you want to alter that number.
No special formula. Yep.
Okay. Yep, 11.
that's so high.
Well, actually, I need to ask, does it have any evolution stages remaining?
It does.
If that's relevant. Okay. 1 or 2.
1.
The 9.
Still really high. All right, here we go. No.
You didn't add your bonuses. That you have a +2 from being a capable trainer, so that's actually a 10.
Oh, I'm so capable. Actually,
You are now
such a
capable. Yeah.
capable 8-year-old.
No longer amateurs. Yeah. You barely catch it. It rattles around in the net precariously, threatening to throw you off. Until it finally solidifies, and you both just like let out a sigh of relief. As conveniently and very kindly, the Tangrowth lowers you guys to the ground.
Aw.
Thanks, Mama Tangrowth.
Coils back up. All right. The rest see Mako and Amber return to the ground as the adventure resumes. As you quickly inspect it via your Pokedex and find you have a Yanma.
Yes, let's go.
So I'll go ahead and
Dude.
make that accessible to Amber.
The team is crazy. I went from like 2 cool bugs to 5 cool bugs.
Okay. So from here, we'll try and give the floor to Vigo and Elaine, who are less oriented there. As you guys lead the way and push forward onto deeper into the woods here, as the density of the foliage is making it difficult to tell exactly where you are. However, you catch glimpses of glowy orange fruit above the tree lines as you feel you are coming closer to the great big banyan tree at the center. So You get the impression you are being watched. Either of you can roll me what you feel to be a relevant check there. How you find your characters would respond to the feeling of being watched from somewhere you're not immediately aware of. This will put you as 7 Pokemon, then you need to give a Pokemon to someone else. Or release a Pokemon immediately.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I have to give them. Alright, does anybody want a Nidoran? Or not a Nidoran, sorry. It's a Nidorino. Otherwise, it's getting, sent. Living free in the wild, if you will.
There you go, have fun in Dinosaur Land, Niner.
Going once.
You will one day
Going
become the
twice.
king of the dinosaurs. So, people who have slots open. Vigo has a slot open, so it says. Mako has 2 slots open, so it says. Elaine has no slots open.
Keep in mind, this is got a
You
type
also have
advantage
none
over
of your
this
Pokemon
gym.
right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can take it.
No, listen, I'm not attached to this Pokemon. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I am offering it if anyone would like desire it.
You know what? I am curious. I do like the Pokemon design, so I'll take it for a while.
All right, very
If
good.
nothing else, we can release it later.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Mako is taking Nettle the Nidorino.
Correct.
Okay, done. Switch.
And I now have 5 out of 6 of my Pokemon as bug types. That's why they call me the Ace.
Zlaeth. Very cool. Anyways, that situation I just mentioned is currently active. Elaine or Vigo. Describe how you respond, please.
Okay. So, what's the specific challenge here again that I'm trying to deal with?
You feel like you're being watched.
I feel like I'm being watched. Okay, well, I don't have great perception, so time to think like a predator here, and try to use survival to scope out if something is watching us or hunting us.
Sure.
Where it would be.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. 13, not great.
Yep, the surrounding jungle appears to have gotten a bit quieter, partially because you just captured a Yanma, which has significantly reduced the above buzzing. However, there is something more and slightly more eerie to it, as you feel like you've wandered into the territory of some creatures that watch you from the shadows. As you glance left and right, the brush is thick, but not so thick you cannot make out vague impressions of creatures flitting between the trees here and there, close to the ground, attempting to reduce their impressions. They have not made moves yet, but you can sense a growing hostility. You get the impression you are slowly being surrounded.
By what, I wonder? Is there any indication in the area immediately around us as to what that might be?
With the survival of 13, you don't get an idea of what it is. You do get the impression that there are multiple of them, and they bear hostile intent to you. Beyond that, you could leave it to your companions to potentially come up with some ideas here. But as is, you are cutting through the jungle, almost to where you would assume to be the base of the tree.
Yeah, I don't have a ton to deal with this, so I would inform my companions. Hope that somebody else has a better idea.
Sure. Because this is the tense moment, how do you think Vigo would roleplay that?
I think this is actually something he might be a little bit more serious about. He would get everybody to move in a little closer and then say quietly, "Something's surrounding us. I think they're gonna try and ambush us."
Mako start looking around and roll perception.
Yeah, go for it. Sure. You make out, amidst the foliage, the occasional bit of rounded greenery that might be a small hill or a bit of moss. However, somewhat uniformly, all of them have small red fruits popping out of them. These would be the caps of Breloom, waiting in silence as you are begun to enter their territory.
Well, Vigo, good eye, number one. But good news and bad news. We seem to have stumbled upon the Breloom. And I think we're in their home.
At the moment, Mako, you've noted that they haven't completely surrounded you. The way forward and the way directly backwards is still open. However, give it a couple minutes and they will have your way back sealed off. The only way forward will be forward.
Looks like they're trying to slowly hem us in and push us forward. Honestly, maybe we should just cooperate. Would now be a good time for you to do your dragon routine?
Do I have any sort of sense of how many there are here?
Mako makes out at least 5.
At least 5. Why would they be trying to push us forward? More advantageous position, potentially more of them.
Or so they can communicate with... So we can communicate with the leader and they can explain that the party holding our Pokemon hostage is really the bad guys.
Is there anything I can roll to try and gauge the mentality of Breloom and why they would want us to move closer to what's presumably their den?
That would probably be in the domain of intuition or Pokemon education.
Okay. And I might have Mako kind of just list various things about Breloom that he knows and try and get his help on this. I know he's got a high modifier.
You want me to aid you or roll for you?
I want you to aid me because this is...
You shall
this
get
is something
a
Pico's
+2.
putting in his head. Okay, cool. Not often considering that.
With a Pokemon education, you know that Breloom are fiercely territorial, so them wanting to attack you is not particularly uncharacteristic. However, the fact that they haven't attacked you yet either means you haven't reached their territory, which would be strange considering where they are, or they want something from you, or are attempting to set you up or something. They're ambush predators, but they're not that clever ambush predators. They will simply attack you when it is advantageous and when they see you.
Okay. Yeah, I think with that line of thinking, I would. I think we should go ahead and just see it where they're trying to lead us. Because if they're going to attack us, they're going to attack us. I imagine it's unlikely that wherever they're trying to take us is going to significantly change that fact or be in a significantly worse position. So.
Everybody feel the same? This is a high intensity situation. If anybody wants to debate, this would be the moment in this brief interim before you are totally surrounded and ushered into your doom.
Amber will follow the tactics of our military-minded child.
Yes.
A military-minded child.
All hail the child soldier.
Okay.
I think I might have,
haven't heard anything from Elaine in a really long time. Does she have any input on this?
It's muted.
He's muted.
That's her Pokemon cry.
I'm here.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you following the current situation?
Sorry, I have not been well.
That's okay. Currently, the party is traveling through the undergrowth, and they're slowly getting surrounded by Breloom. They're closer to the tree, however, the moment for potential retreat is quickly escaping. The question is whether you push forward or fall back and reconsider your options.
Do you feel the mushroom raptors?
We probably should if they're in great number. Can I see? Just okay.
There's
that's plenty.
at least 5. Yeah.
That's one for each trainer. That's too much. Yeah, probably back up and then use Azeroth as like espionage or something. I don't know. I guess let's brain blast before we go.
Brain blast.
Instead of brain squish.
Biden blast. Okay. So Elaine is suggesting falling back for the time being.
Tactical retreat.
Does anybody concur?
I mean, presumably we could just go back forward later. But the thing is that if we back up, then they probably end up closing off the way ahead, just based on how the circle would kind of rotate around us, right? Like the two halves of the semicircle, if you will.
The fact that that the way forward is open at all, especially with something that's extremely territorial, that doesn't make sense to me. If they're just trying to kill us, right? You'd think they would want to, have the way forward blocked rather than the way back if they're trying to keep us out of their territory.
So you think there's something deeper to it, and that we should push on and kind of figure that out?
Presumably they would have... well, I guess that's not necessarily true. If they're trying to completely surround us, but the first area that would be surrounded would be in front if we're walking straight into their territory. It just seems a little odd behavior for territorial ambush predators,
Yeah, I was only half joking before. I don't think they're actually going to say they're like a faction against the Guardians, but this does to me smack of like parlay. Like this seems like they're ushering us either towards a kill box or towards like their leader, so that they can try and talk to us.
The codes are more like guidelines, really.
Yeah.
Yes, I love quotes from Buck.
Because it's essentially just a question of do we think they are tactical enough to lead us into a more advantageous position, or would they just surround us and attack us? Which, based on the Pokemon education, it sounded more like it would just be a surround and attack.
Yeah. I
so
press
the fact
on
that they're
towards the
hurting
upward
us,
goal.
Yeah, that's something's weird about that to me.
Right.
I don't know if I'm just reading too much into it, but
yeah, I don't think they would contrive this hard if they just wanted to attack. Like I really think they have something else in mind. And I think whatever it is, if we back out, we risk just not getting it because you only get one shot, do not miss your chance, type deal. Oh, that was a Pirates of the Caribbean quote, Caleb.
Oh, man. It really sounded like something Buck would say.
All right. So I'm hearing some general support towards going forwards, and I'm hearing one well-advised fall back. So the question is, can you guys drag Elaine forward, and will she cooperate?
Hey, Lane, how strongly
Amber
do
will-
you think
oh.
we should fall back? Because I really think we'll be fine.
Helene, how bad is the bad voodoo right now?
Someone
Mother, how
roll.
protective are you?
Someone roll intuition for me.
Oh, for you. Okay.
Does
I
anybody else have
generally
access
good
to our
luck.
sheet?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Feel free to check.
Access to
think-
each other's sheets.
My
Okay.
husband can.
Hey, there you go.
Oh yeah, Nick, you do it.
Did anyone else get like 20 rolls just now?
No.
Oh, I might need to reload. Hang on. I think I might be desynced or something.
Elaine genuinely
I'll
just
roll it.
did get a brain blast.
I'll roll it as soon as I get back in. Hang on.
That's gonna take
Okay.
too long. I'm doing it.
Sorry.
Vico's autism has returned.
18 intuition. You're definitely picking up threatening vibes. But there is greater intentionality here. You aren't being played with. And you aren't being ambushed right now. Though you are being threatened.
Alright. She immediately changes gears and goes with the rest of the party.
Okay. Elaine says, "Everyone stop!" And she takes her thumb, puts it in her mouth, tastes, feels the wind a little bit. It's like, oh yes, there is no wind. And then
It's a good sign.
comes to a conclusion, which is to press forward. So, you guys move forward. Over the next several minutes, you feel the circle closing tighter in behind you, all the while leaving the way forward open as you enter out into a much larger open grove, which appears startlingly devoid of most kinds of flora. Composing the vast root system of this vast banyan tree that hulks out in this part of the cavern, just absolutely enormous. Now that you're here, you look up at it and you can see there does appear to be an ecosystem here around this tree. There along its roots, you see Roselia and Oddish, a couple of sunflora kind of dancing and looking down at you. All of it kind of gives the vague impression of some sort of nobility. There is a sensation that you have wandered into a sort of primitive Pokemon society, though not exactly tribalistic. This is a group of Pokemon that appear to have developed codependencies upon each other and have lived in harmony in this area for a while now. Though the Nesleaf tribe brought you to a hearing, much like a court, this appears more like you're walking into a noble arena of sorts, a palace or some kind of fey court, if you would. As you push forward, you see the Breloom now clearly at the edge of the clearing. You note that there are a total of 8 of them, all of which slightly hunched over, as they lower their heads slightly, as if to usher you forward. Not the first time 3 of us have been in a Fey court. Correct. So, moving forward, you do note in the area, the orange fruit far above you does appear to be giving sustenance to many of the creatures thereabout. However, you do not get the impression that this is the sacred fruit, or at least they're not protecting it particularly well, if so. In fact, one of them is at your foot, and the creatures around you make no move to stop you as you reach down to examine it. Though potentially edible, it doesn't appear to be any conventional food that humans would typically consume. You guys could roll me some kind of check in that domain to try and figure out what this might be. This would probably be in the domain of medicine, education, survival, something like that.
Oh, our survival
Yeah.
person is AFK. Oh dear.
I mean, Amber will take a good look at it. And then she might just take a bite. What does an 8 give me?
An 8 gives you a single tick of hit points back and a strange sort of jittery sugar rush that you're welcome to roleplay.
Ooh.
It kind of tastes like candy. I mean, you guys gotta try this.
Mako will
She, like,
immediately
offers
grab a
the-
handful.
Yeah, she doesn't offer her apple or whatever it is because
Yeah. It does have sort of a similar consistency, the innards, to some kind of preserve, sort of this sugarified calcification of the fructose. Mako, you look around for more and find that at least along the path you were currently walking, there are no more within reach. However, you could venture further outside of the perimeter of the Breloom if you dared to acquire another fruit, if you think they would allow it.
Would I be able to feed this to a Pokemon?
You would have been had you not
that
consumed
was-
it. Now you know what it does, but you've got to find more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mhm.
Mako will not venture outside of the mushroom circle, as it were, but he will keep his eyes sharply peeled for any more along the way. Since if it acted like sugar or caffeine to Amber, maybe it'll act like Adderall to Mako.
Please no. Contain him.
No.
Oh,
So-
that would just make him mellow out.
It crashes him.
I don't know.
It really spikes and then it crashes him, and he's like a very mature person afterwards. So, you're ushered forward. As you do so, you know something resembling footpaths, almost like carved into the surface of the tree. Small pock marks that might be squirrel holes in any other setting, which undoubtedly play host to any number of different kinds of Pokemon. As you get closer, you also look down and find the ground in front of you is beginning to slope down under the roots. It is here the consistency of the ground begins to shift slightly, and there a pair of Breloom stand side by side, apparently guarding the way forward. It is here that the surrounding Pokemon begin to look up slightly, as though in expectation, as you are greeted by a royal personage. A green, slithering Pokemon that carries itself with imperious dignity coils out onto a massive root that might be a balcony in any other setting. It regards you with red, beady, serpentine eyes and waits as though to hear your business.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Amber will, I guess, attempt to channel it.
Mako will stand by
In
to
order to
add
communicate.
Pokeed aid.
Does it, is it hostile or rejecting my attempts?
Let's say this thing is arrogant enough to consider you rather hostile in this context. It doesn't want you in its brain. It likes its distance.
Can Mako use Pokeed to essentially, like, kind of suck up to it and convince it to let the channel go through?
I mean, I could still roll and see if I get it, but I just don't know if we want to do that necessarily, if that would bother it.
I mean, I don't have to spend resources to do Pokey.
Sure, yeah. No,
You can do
I'm
that,
not
but
supposed to-
also that is perhaps a non-vital bit of negotiation that could also go awry. So keep that in mind.
Ah, fair. Yeah, I'm decently confident. I'll just will try and hedge my bets by saying that it's more of like a greeting type of thing. But as also he will very much like try and influence this definitely superior to actually, can I first roll Pokeed to identify this thing?
Yep, Pokemaniac, so DC 10.
Oh, that would have been such a good Pokeed roll for the other thing. Oh well.
Yes, this is a superior. This is a Pokemon that is not commonly seen in Animos or the adjacent regions. This is a Pokemon well renowned for its sense of superiority, as it happens, and is known for its ability Contrary, which it does have in this instance, which is an ability that makes its stats go up when their stats go down, and its stats go down when its stats go up. In other words, this thing has a particular way of doing things, and it doesn't really like to be hassled by the plebs.
Ah, gotcha. I didn't know if I had to use like reverse psychology on it or.
Pokemanic also gives you level, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Level in nature.
It's a level 54 superior.
Oh man.
Not the highest level you've seen today, but certainly not the lowest. And 1 second, I will find actually. Is it generating? There we go. Okay.
Isn't arrogant one of the natures?
Arrogant is that goes without saying. This particular one is sassy.
Ah. Okay.
Which will have an impact on its roleplay.
So can Mako like again? Psychologist just lets me.
Yeah.
Substitute Pokeed.
Yes. Yep. So Pokeed gets to substitute for Charm, Intuition, or there's one more it subs for, I think, something like that.
Command or Guile.
Something like that.
Yeah. So can I sort of like genuflect and sort of make some hissing noises, or just sort of like do like not bowing in some admission of lower status, but more like a royal greeting.
Definitely. So Charm with the Pokeed, knowing the mannerisms of superior. Yeah, you definitely placate yourself before the thing.
Let's go.
Yeah,
17.
you genuflect. You bow down low at the waist, and as you see the thing's beady red eyes glowering down at you, you decide maybe a little deeper. Maybe a little deeper. As Mako's like face is almost on the ground by the end of this incredibly deep, like 30-degree Japanese bow, until at last the superior tilts its head ever so lightly as though to say, "Good enough." But before its eyes turn to the rest of you, as Mako kind of like beckons you all to follow suit. Whether you do or don't is up to you.
Amber will.
Okay, yeah. Amber slamming her forehead onto the ground with much gusto.
With much gusto.
Looking at Vigo and Elaine.
It hasn't done anything to impress me yet. I'll give it a bow of recognition, but not of submission.
Okay, yeah. You bow somewhat, though not as deep as Mako or Amber, of course. Perhaps Christine is with us now. Perhaps she is not.
I'm in and out. I'm trying.
Hi, you're okay. Do you want to bow before the superior?
It's really past my bedtime and I'm struggling.
I gotcha. Well, it's 11 right now on my time. We've been going for approximately an hour and a half. We want to go ahead and call it here, or do we want to go another 30 minutes?
No. Don't bail on. Not for me. No. Never me.
Do you guys want to go to the 30 minutes?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm definitely gonna keep going.
Okay. We'll say 30 more minutes, and we'll do another roll call at that time and see what people are feeling. Okay. we'll say Elaine's bowing here. I think that's in character for her to do so. David, you wanna role play for Elaine until Christine tells you that's definitely something she wouldn't do. She tear him in the distance. I'm assuming that was David being obliging, as he always is.
I don't know. My headset is noise canceling, so I don't actually know what he's saying. What did you say, David?
Mic check too.
Oh,
There he is.
Yeah, okay, now you're going through, buddy.
I can hear him down the hall.
You man, did you hear what was going on?
Yes, I've been listening the whole time.
Lovely.
I can try.
Go for it, man.
I'm not as good with the lane.
You're good. Assuming you bow here, you'll be taking the rest of our actions as So, it appears initial courtesies have been out of the way, as you do still have sort of like an open question addressed to the rest of your group, as the superior appears to be waiting for you to do the equivalent of stating your royal business here. More lollygagging might try the patience of the superior.
Sure. In lieu of an actual channel, Mako will just continue to try and communicate as best he knows how with the superior, with lots of what's the game where you like mime what you're
Charades.
To be? Yes, he will try and charade his way through, as well as like using any kind of vocal cues that he has read about superiors using to emphasize things and allude to the guardians and to the sacred fruit and just kind of try and channel C-3PO talking to the Ewoks.
Yeah.
Their great adventure.
Waga,
Wow.
Ibanga,
While he's
as
doing
he
this-
raises his hands. Yes, very good. Go ahead.
While he's doing this, Amber is gonna basically try and interpret by just speaking in normal English to the superior what Isaac is, what
That's
Mako is
actually a
doing.
good idea.
Just assuming that, you know what, it may have
On
been
the
a
off
Pokemon
chance.
trainer at some point. It may have run in other trainers. It may actually understand English. And I'm not really sure what Mako's doing, so I'm just gonna talk to Pokemon the way I talk to Pokemon, which is with my voice. And so yeah.
Lovely.
Amber's just gonna speak English as in like try and describe Mako's interpretive dance to the superior.
Awesome. Yeah, you think you are explaining the situation reasonably well. As this creature does appear to be somewhat insightful. Like it's obviously regards itself as nobility here, and any good noble is able to understand its own people, even if you aren't one of its people. You are one of its subjects, of course, as all are. So, you explain the situation, and explain that you are here to appease the guardians of the fruit. As the superior, addresses one of its beady red serpentine eyes towards the Breloom. They all bow slightly. Bray. As the superior doesn't make a noise. It of course, you are far below it and not deserving of its glorious and imperious cry. Instead flicks its tail as a nearby blossom ushers out from a nearby cove in the tree. A familiar face, rugged, dusty, injured in many places, apparently having fallen from a great height. Rune.
Oh my
who
goodness.
along his trip back through the cave found a pitfall recently carved out by a group of migrating diglets who made essentially a sinkhole down to the lower recesses of the cavern as you fell down into the river, pulled yourself up onto the embankment, wandered around a bit, and then were captured by Breloom. Sensing that they didn't necessarily mean to harm you, but more mean to capture you, you are now here and have served as what you believe to be this court's interim translator until such time as you are released from your duties.
Amber's like, rude! And then she's like, what?
Rude! You're not supposed to be here. This is a gym challenge. Your mission is disqualified.
Technically, and then Mako will start rattling off a bunch of rules. So it should be fine.
You come to the conclusion that Ruin cannot operate in the capacity of a teammate. He cannot help you through any challenges. He must operate strictly in the capacity that the court has designated to him and then be on his way. However, it is good to see a familiar face.
Did you lose all your equipment too?
You still have all your stuff.
No, I've got all my stuff.
Yeah.
Really, just aren't really nice when you trying to be nice to them. Apparently.
You are a 2 ticks of hit points down from your misadventure, but you are now here with otherwise most of your resources intact. Yeah, so you are able to effectively communicate the wishes and desires of the superior as you've been instructed in your courtly duty over the course of the approximately 6 hours.
Y'all are still doing this thing? I thought it's been 3 days.
As all of you collectively look at each other and realize it's really easy to lose track of time in Daydreamer's Cave. You've slept one time and you all feel fairly rested. You're not sure if it has something to do with the atmosphere or, like, let's hope not chemicals in the air stemming from the various vegetation. One can only hope, as Elaine aspires to be some, hopefully, spiritual methodology associated with it. So,
Listen, we got kidnapped too, okay? So it's not all our fault.
So, the superior glances at Rune as if do your duty, slave, and swishes its tail slightly.
Oh, you cut out again, David.
Down the hole somewhere.
Yeah.
Come on, Slade.
They put him back in the tree,
Apparently, I've been hired as their translator. So, what are you lot doing here? What do you want with the Great One?
The Great One!
Yeah, we gotta quash this beef that's going down right now. And
Mako
also,
will
we
resume
need
his
some
interpretive
shiny
dance.
mushrooms.
Continue.
Yeah.
I will be translating this with Poke Psychologist to the superior as best I can.
Absolutely. Rune, you're able to correctly convey what's going on here, as you're able to fill in any of the gaps the superior might have been missing before. As you get the impression, it now fully understands the situation. As it swishes its tail again, which of course means in this instance, this all started because you stupid humans came down here and left behind an innocent Pokemon. This innocent Pokemon we cannot get close to, and it's really been quite problematic.
What Pokemon is that?
We would really appreciate it if you would come and get your Pokemon and leave. Slave.
Oh,
Fantastic.
okay.
Go get
What
it.
Pokemon is that?
I will still continue translating between them. Yeah, what Pokemon?
You'll interpret the interpretive dance.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
might be better to ask where it is.
yeah. Ruin communicates this to you, occasionally inflecting with slave or plebs. Every so often.
I never say the word human.
Never say you. That's right.
It's not in its dictionary.
As you ask about what this Pokemon is, and you are informed the Pokemon that will not cease in its absolutely incessant bickering and crying, and really just being some sort of expletive in Superior as Rune, like, censors himself there, and then moves on as he kind of flushes a little bit as he's looking down at, like, an 8-year-old, and then continues on. As you realize this Pokemon sounds like it's very loud, whatever it is, very problematic and hard to get close to. And apparently this was a trainer's Pokemon, which is also probably problematic for wherever those trainers were.
Might be like a Whismer or something.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that's known for crying.
Yeah, and also it's like kind of like a baby Pokemon-esque, so it might kind of come across as innocent.
Anyway, you're informed that this Pokemon is somewhere in the Sacred Grove.
We gotta go find it.
And because the upper caverns are out of this particular Superior's kingdom, you are basically led here indirectly by the court machinations between the Superior, the Shifttree Nuzleaf tribe, as well as the Crystal Fey Court, which let you in initially. All so that you might come here to this place, all according to plan, slaves. Now take the Pokemon and be gone.
If Amber understood politics, she would be in awe right now.
You are, by the way, not entirely certain that all these manipulations were intentional, but it is certainly giving you the impression that it wants you to think they were intentional, Rune. But you're not going to communicate that to them. That is above your station. Okay, so further questions,
again,
thoughts, actions. I couldn't hear you if you just spoke to me.
Alright, slaves, you all heard your task. The great one has spoken.
Great one has spoken.
Here is to obey, alright?
Do we get our stuff back, and are things cool with the Shifttree tribe, and we're all
Can we get the
really
fruit?
hunky-dory have a piece of fruit? And then we'll peace out. We'll never come back.
We'll never come back.
Mako slowly hides the plans he's starting to draw up to come back as soon as possible and take samples of everything.
Yeah, Vigo's like, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? This is the most fossil-rich area I've ever been to in my
The
life.
Superior informs you
Yes.
that taking the Pokemon is the very least that you could do. However, you have not earned the right of the sacred fruit.
Well, what would we have to do to earn the right?
The Superior says, well, I don't know, pleb. What have you done for me recently?
Did the Shifttree have a sacred food too, or am I tripping?
You don't know. And also, you guys don't know if the sacred fruit is the mushroom you want. It'd be really funny if the sacred fruit was a totally unrelated plant.
It's just a rare candy.
It's an orange berry.
It's a rare candy. An orange berry. Yeah, they just don't grow it down here.
It's an orange berry bush under the tree.
You eat the mushroom, and then the angels tell you where the sacred fruit is.
Yes, right.
Oh my goodness gracious.
The angels.
You also lose all your stuff and get kidnapped again.
Yeah,
because-
That's
a bunch
right.
of Gatsbys start floating around you.
Oh man. All right. What have we done for the Superior recently?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Do you like those bug flying types that are super effective against you?
Is she trying to intimidate?
No, she's kind of like, she's genuinely asking because if the Superior doesn't like those, then we kind of dealt with that.
Oh,
And if she
fair.
does,
Yeah.
if the Superior is a fan of those, then we're not going to bring that up.
Rune communicates to you, do you speak the Queen's English? What is this bug flying type you speak of, and how am I supposed to know what that is?
Do you speak the Queen's English?
Do you speak the Queen's English?
Do you like little red insects that fly around and buzz and buzz and buzz and buzz and buzz?
Well, no, as a matter of fact, I hate those things.
Well, then that's what
I
we've
got
done
rid of
recently.
one, and it's mine now. Not even just taking that Pokemon, but I'm taking this Pokemon too. And that's on the house.
Nice. roll me a relevant social check to try and make that make the superior be appeased by this action, as your court manipulations may be seen through, as this was something you did regardless, without the intention of appeasing the superior.
You know what? And here's how I'm gonna play this. You tell me if this is wrong.
Yeah.
This is Amber kind of telling her how it is. A little bit.
You gonna try and command check?
This is a little bit of and I did that. And you know what? You're gonna like it.
Well, I've stolen some of your subjects. Very good. I didn't want those subjects anyway.
Who is it that healed the broken leg Pokemon in the grotto where they stole our Pokemon? Was it Vigo? Or was it Mako? We saved the prince or something?
You performed some
saving the prince.
You saved the Nuzleaf prince. Which apparently that society does have relations with this one, so that may win you brownie points, unclear.
But that was me, not Vigo.
It was the team. I don't recall who it was specifically.
I mean, I made the medicine checks, if that's what.
Yes,
you're asking,
that's what I'm bringing. To
Okay.
mind. Yeah.
Vigo. Okay, so maybe Vigo applied the medicine.
Yeah, and tell him about how you stitched that guy's leg up.
Just silence.
I don't think Vigo would see any sort of connection between this, and it's just a completely.
He just stares
Are
blankly.
you so there is the Nuzleaf warrior whose leg you healed that the Breloom inflicted. There was also the I'm blanking on the pre-evolution, the acorn Pokemon.
C-Dot.
C-Dot. There's the C-Dot prince who was healed of its terminal
you're
sickness.
Right. All right.
So there's two different elements here.
Tell him about healing Boy Wonder.
Once again, Vigo has no clue what you're talking
Healing
about.
Boy
He has not
Wonder.
made any sort of connection between all of these politics. This is not his realm of expertise.
Mako will
Okay.
just start rambling about how great at medicine Vigo is, and how every Pokemon that we've encountered so far that has an injury down here, Vigo has not hesitated to patch it up, and it's better for having us cross its path.
And as part of the charades of talking about healing Boy Wonder, I would like Mako to lay on the ground and kind of act sick and dead. And then Amber is going to do pretend chest compressions.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Back to life.
And then he gets up off the ground and is okay again.
So what's your guile, Caleb?
My guile is 3.
All right, so can I add a +1 to my
Sure.
16?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
17. That's my lucky number tonight.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. The Superior seems vaguely amused by your shenanigans. And informs you that while saving the life of a foreign prince does reflect well upon her kingdom, this isn't something that directly affects her kingdom.
Well, what do you need done around here?
No more repenting of sins. I'm over the whole forgiveness bit. All right, we did the things. We're doing the thing now. All right. No more
I was
side
just
quests.
praying.
Images of
right
an
next to
eternity of side quests flashes before your eye, Amber, as each new person you venture to gives you a new thing that you must then go to a new thing to do until
Favorite economy.
you're in a faraway region, still on your gym challenge, 80 days in.
I already have 5 out of 6 bug-type Pokemon. I'm okay. I don't need to keep staying down here more.
As the fisheye lens zooms back in and resolves normal.
What
Yeah,
is,
you can voice your final argument here, or ask for some easier task potentially.
Hey, Rune, do you know about any of the Diglets? Are the Diglets cool around here? You seen any?
All I know is that they're the reason I'm here right now. Oh,
Yes,
hold on.
Rude, you briefly converse with the surrounding blossom. Blossom, blah. As you quickly confer with the court ladies and determine the Diglets are actually agents of this court, and they are distant spies, saboteurs, and immigration officers.
Well, we actually helped those Diglets find a home and relocated them into another natural habitat, which is actually how they ran into our this stranger that is now your interpreter.
Slave.
Yeah, you can tell the superior thinks about this for a few moments. As the superior flicks its tail and one of the blossom runs off, Ruin, you interpret this as, fetch me one of the Diglet messengers, I must confer with them at once. As awkward moments pass by, as a couple of the blossoms start dancing and the superior shoots them crippling glares and they immediately shut up and stop moving.
Does she react if Mako pulls out like a fidget toy?
Yes.
He will like he'll kind of lag, trying to weigh the possibilities, but eventually he'll resort to biting his nails instead.
Moments pass as a Diglet burrows up out of the ground. Diglet D! As Rune, apparently now versed in court intrigue and language, manages to converse with the Diglet. And the Diglet confers with the superior. And soon, the whole situation is resolved, as the superior's imperious visage softens slightly, as you realize you have finally ingratiated yourself with the ruler of this vast land.
Oh. Thank goodness.
As you are informed that you will be permitted to take a fruit if you are able to take that human Pokemon below the tree and remove it from our sight.
Consider it done. Point us in the right direction, please. Stranger interpretive dancer, sir.
Yeah, Rune, you know, it's just like right under the tree. Like you can see it from here, basically.
Like, guys, it's literally right there.
Yeah, the Braylums just step aside, and it reveals a vast underbelly under the roots.
All right, what is it?
Let's go get
that
Gotta
Pokemon?
go get that Pokemon.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get out of Pokédex because I don't think I'm gonna get stabbed for doing it this time.
Yep. You walk under the tree. Though Ruin's phraseology was very simple. There's a small hike under the tree, as there's definitely like a bit of a decline here. As you hear the intrigue of court pass behind you as you venture below the root system. Moments pass. Do you have any form of illumination?
I mean, I have my phone screen.
Does anybody? Do we still have the flashlight, or is that broken?
If you had a flashlight and as part of your equipment before your equipment was taken, then you have a flashlight now if your equipment is back with you.
Okay, I have night vision goggles, so I can see.
Did we establish that I was allowed to take the mining helmet from Low Cloud Mine?
I think a mining helmet was given to you guys from that instant. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
somebody
have
has that.
inventory, but I've been using it a lot, so I'll go
Okay.
ahead and...
So mining helmet. We'll see if that's on Mako, then it's left behind. If Mako doesn't have his stuff.
No, Mako has his stuff.
Mako has his
He
stuff,
just
and he
doesn't
has the
have
mining
his
helmet.
Pokemon.
Yep. Okay. So if you have the mining helmet, you have a small range of light, mostly directly in front of Mako. He's able to kind of shine it at his feet and move forward slowly, as you all the rest of you move along. Vigo, the only one, basically Splinter Cell, like his visors are like just a very dim green in the darkness. As your eyes adjust and you move forward, the tunnel winds down seemingly in a spiral, the root system beginning to congest and lend a certain degree of claustrophobia to the whole situation. You can only imagine what kinds of Pokemon dwell down here. moving forward, you encounter a wall of foliage that was readily placed here, piled up, presumably to deafen some of the sounds coming from underneath. As Rune shows this to you, and then returns to his duty. Okay. Yeah, so you guys take this foliage blockade apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we.
At least,
I guess
at least
we,
enough
we
to peek inside.
peek through it. Yeah, and like use the Pokedex.
Sure. As you begin to unpile it, you quickly begin to hear a sound wafting from out underneath the foliage. It's a horrifying sound. A screech that ventures deep into your inner ear canals, where it inhabits and bounces in a rhythmic time. As you all attempt to scratch away at your eardrum. The infernal screeching, it won't cease. What is this sound? What do you do?
I did roll a 11 on Pokehead.
I mean, that's a Jigglypuff. It's super obvious.
Plug
You don't.
my ears
You
and
can't.
kick
You,
it.
you can't see it, but you can hear it.
Okay, well, now that we know what it is, can we put the foliage back?
Yeah, you put the foliage back. Amber rallies. My brothers, put it back! The evil must be contained! As after a few moments and you step away, the noise is sufficiently muffled. You can only imagine what supplies of hydration and nutrition it must have to be able to sing incessantly for what must be hours on end. It is clear,
Okay.
in a war of attrition, you will lose.
We need to assault it quickly and slap the thing.
I can
oh,
do
wait,
that.
perhaps. If it's not using uproar and immune to sleep, because that could be.
Oh yeah, was
Um,
could I identify that that's what it was doing, or was it just screaming?
It's just the sounds that Jigglypuff makes. It wasn't doing anything specifically at the time. Though, of course, narratively, it was very painful, and everybody hates it.
I might step in and say, because I know at one point Elaine was thinking of going more fairy types.
Oh, yeah.
Christine, what is your opinion of Jigglypuff? Do you desire a Jigglypuff? I mean, we obviously have to catch it, but I didn't know if this was something that piqued your interest.
This is already a trainer Pokemon. We cannot catch it.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
the
don't
trainers.
If
I
they
don't have
released it.
room.
Maybe. Okay. Well, I just didn't know if you were interested in wanting to replace one or anything like that.
You can't catch it. It's a trainer's Pokemon.
We don't know if the trainer's still alive.
It's still tied to the ball.
Okay, so presumably in that case we can just knock it out then, right?
Well,
With no repercussions.
If we could find the Pokeball, like if we find like the pack of the trainer, let's just say that, would Mako be able to like release it from being bound to its Pokeball so that we could catch it again?
Roll me a Pokemon education check to determine how those mechanics work.
Well, I mean, if we find its Pokeball, then presumably we just keep the Pokeball and now we have the Pokemon.
Oh, true, yeah.
Like we did with like the Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't listen to us, but at least we could carry it out in energy form.
Yeah. Did you roll? You just roll that 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so it's fairly rudimentary Pokemon trainer knowledge that after a Pokemon is caught by a Pokeball, its energy essence is bound to that Pokeball, and it will not be accepted by other Pokeballs that are not specialized specifically to overwrite that bond. Which, by the way, are generally quite illegal. Notoriously, the two that spring to mind are the Snatch Ball and the Master Ball, which do not care one way or another.
Fascinating.
So, assuming this was a trainer Pokemon and it was bound to a ball, then it will be physically impossible for you to capture it unless you manage to finagle or kind of scrap together the equivalent of a snatch ball.
Fascinating. Okay, I have a question. GM, how dense is the soil here?
It's fairly well compacted, mostly due to the root system kind of moving the earth aside. It's loamy and well attuned to the vegetation in this area, but it is quite thick. The main thing to consider when burrowing through is that there's a complex root system with potentially many Pokemon living in there. Though perhaps with this infernal screeching, they have all departed.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Other ideas, friends?
Rush it and kick it.
Yeah.
Punt it.
I mean, Mako would like to.
Do I have narrative use of my abilities back yet?
Nope. Yeah, if you've used your ability,
Okay.
you don't have them back yet.
If we do just want to smack it, I have slam and takedown, which narratively could be a decent way to get it to shut up for a second. Just rushing in.
That is really funny. We're just gonna beat up this tiny little innocent Pokemon. Actually,
Innocent.
would they be okay with that?
Innocent.
They said was that it? No, that's what they said.
So the court would absolutely be fine with you brutalizing this Jigglypuff. The Pokemon's trainer, however,
Well, the Pokemon's trainer isn't here. They abandoned it.
Yeah, they don't have any right to care about what we do with it now.
so considering
they
how
abandoned it.
dangerous and insane this challenge has been so far, it would not surprise you if this Pokemon were left behind unintentionally one way or another. However, what you do with that information is your own.
Man.
So
I need. Goodness. I need Elaine to handle the screaming baby. I'm basically still a screaming baby. I need a grown woman.
I'm gonna punt the child
Okay.
if nobody.
Well, we did go to the 30 minutes. The final challenge is upon you. Do we want to try and finish it out here, or do we want to just end?
I'm cool.
I prefer to
going,
try and push to the end here.
It would be the wonderful
Let's
to complete
let's
this
go ahead
challenge.
and try and finish.
Finish
Yeah,
as in finish the quest, or finish the session.
Sorry.
Quest. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do quest.
Okay.
And to be clear, Elaine, you said you didn't want this, even if it were capturable.
Correct. I've never been a fan of Jigglypuff.
After this encounter, can't blame
I was
it.
gonna say, yeah. So when we looked in to identify what it was, what was it clear? Like, could
You
I
didn't-
see?
you haven't
anything
seen it.
around it?
You have not seen it.
Oh, okay. Mako would like to just like put on his headphones, hoping it will do something. It won't. And just like burrow his way into the sound dampening and like see if this Jigglypuff is like camping over top of like an abandoned pack, or just try and get any information. Like, is there even just a Pokeball next to this Jigglypuff? Is there anything?
Sure. The
in
question will be if
vicinity?
you could get close enough to the Jigglypuff before the sonic waves it unleashes destroy your mind. As Mako puts on his headphones, gets a nice beat going, salutes to his fellow comrades in arms, and ventures forth down into the cavern as they remove the sound blast door. Mako, you
Oh,
grit
actually-
you grit your teeth against the infernal machinations of the Jigglypuff's voice,
Before
you-
I go in,
but you get to the cavern. What?
oh, okay. Before I go in, can I ask Vigo? I say, hey Vigo, while I'm gone, can you scout around, see if you can find like some sort of sap or like something something that we can like plug up our ears if we absolutely need to?
Okay. I'm just gonna look around for
Now
anything to be able to.
Yeah, you
create
ventured in.
a barrier.
Cool.
After many
Well,
painstaking steps deeper onto the cavern, the walls begin to become lined with bright blue, phosphorescent mushrooms, the likes of which you saw in the small photograph given to you by the monk Ero at the beginning.
Oh.
This is the place of the sacred fruit. This is the Daydreamer Shroom. But there, amidst it, the final boss, the demon itself, a pink puffball of poor musical talent. It sits there, consuming the sacred fruit one after the other. Its eyes swirls of absolute stoner energy.
Wow, that's incredible impersonation.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
What do you do, Mako?
Well, first I'm gonna look around. I can roll perception if need be. Is there anything other than this Jigglypuff, me, and the shrooms?
The cavern itself is larger than it would appear. However, you don't see anything of particular note besides occasional small pictographs on the walls, presumably by Nuzleafs that have come here on pilgrimages at one point, and the Jigglypuff, and of course, the mushroom.
Are the mushrooms giving off a scent?
Yeah, there's a very slight scent in the air, but they don't appear to be putting off any like hallucinogenic spores or anything like that. They're fairly well contained. Okay. These appear to be activated on consumption.
Okay. He will stuff a few in his pockets, where he has out of sight.
Yeah.
Not enough to bulge anywhere, but also enough diverse locations that if he had to turn out his pockets, he could like attempt to save one.
Sure.
But then he will approach the Jigglypuff and like try and console it. Just like, you know, like hey, shush, please shut up, please shut just if eventually just grabbing the Jigglypuff gently and like hugging it to himself, and like every time it tries to...
As you like squeeze it to your chest, like push the air out of its lungs as it tries to continue. As you have this small balloon just crushed to your chest with mushrooms in your pockets. What do you do?
I'm just gonna kind of hold off and wait for a moment. Like the goal is just to make this thing stop eating for a moment. Just
I mean, yeah, it can't reach any of the mushrooms except the one it has in its hand that is slowly consuming.
How?
And then it reaches for the one in your pocket and grabs that and slowly starts eating that.
How big is
myself.
Nobody else can see this. It's just Mako. He took one for the team. He's in there.
Yeah.
The sound is being disrupted. You can only assume he's dealing battle with the monster. Your imaginations run wild at the thought.
All right. So pester balls, right? Is it like an aerosol? Like, do I have to smack this thing with the ball, or can I just like? I was gonna say no, like
I don't
like the nap time.
I don't care. You can hit it with the pester ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do like that nap time meme where they spray chloroform into a rag and then put it over a child's face.
Yeah. Just put it over the. As you whisper sweet nothings to it, please sleep. As the Jigglypuff's eyes go briefly bloodshot and then slowly relax, and then the singing ceases. And then it begins again as the thing knows sleep talk.
Oh my goodness.
So there's no Pokeball or anything around here.
No.
Man.
Okay, cool. I will gently set it down, kind of pat it a little bit, and then make
Yeah,
my
man.
way out. Make sure none of the mushrooms are showing.
Oh, you leave it put?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go back to the teammates.
I'm gonna walk back out and be like, okay, there's a bunch of shrooms in there. The same shrooms that were in the paintings. The Jigglypuff was just like cramming them down its throat, one after the other. I wondered if that's why it was singing like it was. So I put it to sleep. It knows sleep talk, so it's still going to be making noise. But hopefully it'll stop eating the shrooms, at least for an hour. As long as no one hurts it, it should sleep for an hour, and then, I don't know, we'll see what happens after that. But at least maybe we've bought ourselves some time. Maybe it won't be as crazy.
Alright, I have an idea.
She pulls out her sleeping bag.
Go bundle that bundle of hatred up in this bag.
Just
and
put it in the sack.
We can muffle the
Excellent.
Stick it
horrid
on-
screams.
All right.
Stick it in a plastic bag.
Is this the plan? We're going in. Sleeping bag.
Would the sleeping bag suffocate it?
Unclear.
Okay.
It may be a risk worth taking.
Do what?
It may be a risk worth taking.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
All right. Are we all in agreement?
Do something quickly.
Okay.
Just quickly.
He will grab the sleeping bag and trudge back in.
All right. You all waddle back into the cavern, now viewing the sacred grove with your own eyes. The fruit is beautiful, though the setting itself is a little underwhelming. Though you think perhaps that's because of the white puffball of deviant energy sitting therein.
Deviant energy.
As with all of the dexterity of a limp fish, you plop the Jigglypuff into the bag, and then kind of rattle it around a little bit to make sure it gets to the very bottom. And then, with the grace of Kronk taking Emperor Cusco down the stairs, you throw it behind you on your shoulder and exit the cavern, assuming nothing else takes place.
I mean, is it still pretty noisy, or does that get it pretty good?
Oh, you still hear it.
This is amazing.
We gotta find some way to muffle it, or I'm attacking it. I hate this creature.
I mean, it's muffled. It's just not. I don't know what else to do. I've literally been looking through all my Pokemon and trying to find ways.
I mean, like I could
I have
shove something.
hands.
I could shove something in its mouth, but it's genuinely just probably gonna eat it.
All right, you exit the cavern with the Pokemon Jigglypuff, as well as the bounty, the objective, the sacred fruit, Daydreamer's mushroom in tow. What you've come all this way, 3 days of grueling spiritual journeying, repenting with the Nuzleaf tribe, political intrigue, and so many side quests, and many falls. You are now here. As the superior twitches its tail, be gone, you two, translator. I'm sick of humans.
Okay.
Oh crap.
Can I duck back in and, like, as we're leaving, just grab, like, now that I can be obvious, just grab, like, an armful of mushrooms?
I think like your pockets bulging as you
Okay.
walked back into the other room might have been somewhat obvious.
Well, I was initially trying not to bulge them, but apparently my kleptomania got me all the way back in.
You didn't roll any kind of guile check.
Oh, fair. Okay.
I would just
As
assume
long as I have copious amounts, that's fine.
you have a lot of mushrooms.
Good.
And I'm not going like since you have the Jigglypuff and it's still like moaning in its bag, the superior wants you gone, so it's not they're not going to do a body check. So
Okay.
yeah.
Mako the chemist is very happy.
All right. With that, you return to the river. You find that subjects of the Queen, the very Tangrowths that assisted you earlier, a couple of which have come down from the trees, and assist in essentially acting as stiff bungee cords, launching you forward up the river, pushing you until you are able to get holds yourselves and make your way up the current, or down the current, as it were. It gets to be a bit easier as you go down. The main issue, of course, being not going down the incorrect tunnel, but I won't make you roll for it. You return, at long last, to the Nuzleaf tribe. The last time you'll ever see this map, hopefully. As you return here with Rune in tow, but I'm not going to bring his character over just for that. Oh, I can only move the Pokemon. There we go.
You know we're going to spend another couple of sessions here with roleplay, right?
As the shift tree informs you all
Pokemon tokens on the map that it crashes if that happens.
that you have at long last completed your trial of repentance. You yourselves are icons of the human race. You have brought peace to these lands and absolved yourselves of your sins. At least until the next gym challenge, in which case it may all start over again. But you can't help those who come after you. You can only help yourselves and harm those who come after you. So with that,
Raise the bar. It's now harder for the next people.
that's correct. They return your things to you. All of them and your Pokemon, if you had any Pokemon left that you hadn't received yet. Additionally, the shift tree gives you a small wooden totem about the size of your hand and informs you that this is now a free pass into these lands. Though if you commit further sins, we will have words.
I feel like Elaine should hold on to that.
I really, really badly want to leave the Jigglypuff here because I'm so fed up with this shit.
Yeah,
that's fair.
the shifter then says, "Please remove this infernal thing from my sight," as he gestures to the bag.
Speaking of sins, you must take this with you.
The shift tree informs you that it was not welcome its first time it came through here, and it is certainly not welcome now. All right. Is there any further business here in the Nuzleaf tribe?
What's going on with this rock?
That's where Excalibur's pointed.
Light is pouring down upon it. It is kind of this white, bleached stone that has a slight translucency crystal vibe to it.
Oh. Can Mako analyze the crystal?
Sure. Yep, this is going to be, it's probably going to be a general education check to try and figure out what this is.
Oof.
Sure. There's a number of minerals that could fit this profile. You don't know what this is specifically. It could be any number of fairly mundane stones. It could be something Pokemon related, but you don't know for sure. And you doubt the Nuzleaf tribe would be particularly appeased by you chipping away at it. It could be a rock. It could. It's
yes.
possible.
The rock here is made of rock.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do in the Nuzleaf tribe?
Leave.
Yeah.
Okay. No further questions or queries?
Amen. Appreciate.
All right.
Leaf.
All right.
I'd like expediting
I laughed
shipping,
at that.
please.
I want to pull the leaf off of one of the Nuzleaves as we're leaving.
Yeah. This is, by the way, the
Oh
first
my
time Rune
lord.
has come through here, and you are astonished by the depth of tribal society displayed here. You
What is
imagine,
going on?
imagine within several decades this could be a new world power, but until that point, you're getting out of here as quickly as you possibly can.
Just think, Rune, it'll only take a couple 100 years for them to evolve to the point where they will have police as well.
Okay. As you make, Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. What's your role play?
I think that's what the Rhyhorns are for. You know, the C dot riding the Rhyhorns. I think they're like
Oh.
guards, which are what police used to be. So they're kind of already there.
Yeah. And then Mako will start rambling off history facts that his sister taught him because he has
Excellent.
a rank 4 in Gen Ed
Oh,
as we
this
leave.
guy.
He
He's
will
like 3
he
times
will
over
only
there.
slightly be drowning out the Jigglypuff.
Awesome. All right.
Noisiest exit ever.
Yep. You get the impression you're not bothered because of the infernal racket being dusted up, but also as you begin to venture back through the tunnels, you find yourself very quickly finding unfamiliar territory, as the tunnels around you appear to have warped, surrounded in strange crystalline material. This can only be the work of the crystalline court, that which you have seen briefly, but not seen much of throughout your entire journey here. You quickly find yourselves ascending rapidly, and soon enough, find yourself in the very opening room where you saw the crystals initially. In the distance, sunlight pours forth through an aperture in the cavern. The entry back out onto the plateau next to Sunstone Temple. You're almost free. You walk forward, and then nothing happens. You're free. You walk out into the sunshine. Apparently 3 days later. Perhaps those of you who can grow such things. Small patches of peach fuzz on your face. Wearied, weathered, tired. But you have become so spiritually enlightened. As apparently having given up on you, the monk arrow is nowhere to be seen.
You know, for having as much command as she does, and, you know, maybe being a leader one day, Amber has no love for politics, and she has decided upon this.
It's a lesson everyone has to learn at some point. You either die a human or live long enough to see yourself become a politician.
Become a Pokemon. Like Bill. Okay. So, as you all weathered walk back down the hill towards Sunstone Temple, you encounter a small party of who you can only assume to be other Pokemon trainers. Fresh-eyed, beautiful in their youth, naive. They look up at you, whispering amongst themselves.
Is this your pink demon?
He shows them the muffled bag.
As its sonorous cries echo through the bag as the entire group recoils slightly. One of the girls in the party goes, "Ew, no!"
Do you want it to be?
What you're saying? It's a trainer Pokemon?
It can be anything you want.
He's a trainer.
What if the other trainers, a boy with a red cap on, says, "What happened in there?"
You don't know what we've suffered.
Battle. Just do the battle. Don't do the challenge. Just smack the gym leader in the face with your Pokemon and be done with it. Because
They kn-
those are mines. Or it's not the mines. I've already been through the mines. The Pokemon are just so... Oh my goodness, they have so much character.
As they all kind of nod silently, more so to like get you away from them than they are agreeing. As like the rest of you strong arm Amber and like begin to pull her away towards Sunstone
Talk
Temple.
so much, and I just can't take it anymore.
Mako-
They
Mako-
won't stop telling me about my sins, and then
Mako like
It's so
takes his
bad.
headphones off
I
and
was
just
like,
like
it's not even
slowly
my
puts them on Amber.
Yes. all the while through the madness. As at last you arrive at the threshold of Sunstone Temple, as you see a familiar balding monk approach you. Oh dear.
Yeah, Amber cracked. Can you help?
I hate your stinking gym challenge. I thought you were my friend. Why did you make me go through this stinking torture with this?
Somebody lost this.
demon?
Lifts up the sleeping bag.
I hate it so much.
And who is this little one? As he gestures towards the bag.
From me, please. Take it from me.
Holds it out for him to take. As far away as possible from the rest of the group.
I see.
Empties the sleeping bag onto the ground, where it just falls on the ground.
No, don't take it out.
The Jigglypuff plops onto the ground. The sound increases slightly with a sharp break as it slams into the ground.
Mako steals his headphones back.
As
and
Yuro
he
says,
clamps them
"Yes.
back.
Peace and calm are highly valued at Sunstone Temple. I will deal with this one quickly. Please, array yourselves in the parlor. Drink some tea. I'll be with you shortly." As he takes the Jigglypuff, holding it away from him like a child that has recently vomited. And it blessedly begins to fade into the distance. As calm
Starts calming down.
besets you. All of the existential panic of a newborn child, experienced far too young. As you imbibe some calming jasmine tea, inspecting the surrounding parlor. It seems you are the only trainers waiting to receive your badge as a result of the Pokemon Challenge. You can only assume that the other trainers have had to wait in the wings as you have gone on your grueling journey. Taking far longer, but being one of the few successful challengees in the recent week. Though a couple of monks have noted Ruin amid your party, none of them see fit to question it. They assume he's here for another reason. Yeah, any questions?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if we're just sitting here waiting while Amber's calming down, she'd probably be like, thinking that this is a great time to just have a little powwow with her new bug types and just bring some joy back into her life. So,
It ends up like slowly rocking, holding the bugs in her arms.
yeah, she'd probably, I mean, I don't know, like, how long it works for you to just sit here, but, you know, having a focus of, like, one, she would probably end up just, like, getting out all her little bug types and just,
That's a good point.
being like,
Ample? Meat?
oh man, I can't remember his name.
Meat Pesto? Dwebble Meat Pesto. Now, Dwebble, you also need to meet Puddle. And Puddle, you also need to meet Dwebble. And Dwebble, you have to meet Cuddles.
Dweb.
And Cuddles, you have to meet Pesto.
Sense.
She's just,
Yes, just going around the table as
yeah,
the
exactly.
the
She's having
round
her own little tea party.
the
with her
round
family.
table of extremely fatigued Pokemon and trainer have convened. As you go through each of their roles, even as you realize the exhaustion has caught up with you, you feel as though you have run multiple miles. All of the exhaustion of 3 days of incessant travel and adventuring have caught up with you. As you kind of bob a little bit, and all of you, unless you choose to fight it, find yourself restfully at sleep in the plush, antique, kind of classically Japanese-looking parlor. The scent of wonderful teas wafting past your nostrils. As time passes. All right. You are woken. You don't know how long. The sun has dipped slightly. As the monk Iro wakens you up from your slumber, I hope you all had a restful few moments. I saw fit to return the Pokemon to its trainer. The trainer was very grateful. She has had a very rough time the last few days, and would like to meet you later. However, for now, we must see fit to grant you your Jade Badge. Up! He kind of gestures as all of you slowly rise from your fitful sleep. It's the kind of rest you get from exactly 15 minutes of rest somehow. Like, it's kind of a shock of alertness, but you know that in time it will wear off. This is enough to get you through just the next few encounters, and then you're going to be down for the count for a while.
For the purposes of my abilities, does this count as a short rest?
Yeah, all of you guys get your narrative abilities
Okay.
back. Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes,
Okay,
the
cool.
challenge is over. You have that stuff back. Not that you're going to need it.
Sure.
All right. Now, I am not the gym leader of Sunstone Temple. I cannot hand out jade badges, much as I would like to. That falls in the purview of Stacy. If you would follow me. As you all arrange yourselves behind Eero, and you begin to take a circuitous route around the temple, hugging various exterior staircases, making your way up, until at last the plateau below you in the cave entrance to Daydreamer's Cave becomes a tiny dot, and the town far below, High Cloud Village, even smaller. All the woes and wearies of the world must seem so small from up here. You feel as though you have ascended in an ascetic sort of fashion, even as it is also physical. You feel a sense of catharsis as the fresh air blows on your face, the sunlight beads down, and you feel solid earthen roots and rock in a twisting symbiosis creeping ever upwards to the apex of this great temple. In days gone by, Sunstone Temple was considered a monument of Animos. Since then, it has been replaced by the Nimbus City hydroelectric dam as well as Cirrus Tower. However, the old-fashioned folks and those who are spiritually connected still make their way up here, and it's not hard to see why. As at last you reach a pair of sliding paper doors, Eero bows and says, "This way." He opens the panel as you all come face to face with a figure sitting cross-legged in what appears to be a beautiful stone garden, arrayed in beautiful geographic symmetry, a bubbling brook venturing under a natural root bridge. A bonsai tree looms over this great open-air garden. Even as the majesty of the garden itself takes your breath away, the sight of the trainer before you does something similar. As before you, well, a person that you may not have necessarily expected to be here is here. Though it is perhaps sexist to think so, Stacy is frequently considered a girl's name. The person before you right now is anything but. As I will go ahead and... It seems the handout has broken, so let me fetch this really quick. Gym leaders... yeah, here it is. As green hair, you think potentially dyed, a ripped t-shirt, and just horrific features. Generally just a real interesting individual. As that's not working, so I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop this into Discord. The recording should be able to see it just fine. As you guys see this person.
Oh my goodness.
As he says, "Oh, hey, Eero. Hey, everybody. Congrats! You beat the gym challenge."
Hey, thanks, man.
as
Amber
he looks
recoils
over
a
at
bit.
you, even as a tiny little grassy rodent creature pops out of his hair. Chee! Pops back into his hair.
No way. What? Does he have a shaman?
Ah, my old guy said you were coming. Man, was a real journey, huh? Bet you all feel at peace, refreshed. Just breathe it in. That's the stuff. He slowly gets up. Anyways, we haven't been introduced. I'm Stacy. Takes a few steps over and holds out a hand.
Mako will go up and like kind of bow a little bit and then shake his hand.
Ah, none of that, man. Put her there, dude. He daps you up, and everybody can hear it. Just this whoosh. It echoes throughout the garden. It seems somehow slightly irreverent. You can see Eero flinches visibly.
Righteous.
Oh no, that was a long time ago. Does he look like he's showered in the recent
Months.
Yeah.
He looks unclean. However, he doesn't smell bad. He smells delightful. Floral. Generally just having, it's a very strange sort of natural appearance. You don't know fully what to make of it. He definitely hasn't showered recently, to answer the question fully.
Amber is gonna pretend she's shy and choose not to try and shake his hand.
Mako, right? Yeah. Moves down the line. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. He holds out a hand to Rune. No worries, man. I know what went down. Put her there.
I will very reluctantly shake his hand.
Oh, those Diglets were up to no good, am I right?
Apparently, I wish I could have found out more, but I'd like to take a second look with a few of my friends here.
No worries, man.
When we have time.
Shaman tells me everything that happens in there. It's one of the reasons we can get away with all that craziness. All those societies and like the spiritual ascension, like sin redemption stuff. Yeah, man. It's a real hoot, am I right?
It's literally the worst.
Hey, little girl. Don't look like you want to shake my hand, but that's okay. What matters is you got here. He kind of gives you finger guns. He walks over to Elaine, and you got a real zen presence, like sunshine. I dig it. Reaches out to shake Elaine's hand. I guess that would be David if Christine is unconscious.
Ghosted. Left on red.
Elaine will shake his hand. She's normally like pretty friendly with people.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. I think so. Going on the line.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, likewise. Goes to Vigo. Hey, little man.
Yeah, so,
Little man.
no. You see, this is a bit of a conflict here. You see, Vigo is mildly disgusted by this man because not only because of what he had to go through because of this gym challenge, but also because someone in a high position ought to have a certain level of dignity about them. That being said, he's also been trained to respect authority, so he will do what is expected of him and no more.
Yeah. You're a real by-the-book duty kind of guy, right? I respect it, man. Guys like you make the world go round. All right, he takes a few steps back. I think I got everybody. Scratches his chin a little bit, which is also green, kind of weird goatee. All right. So, oh, right. As Eero kind of shadows him at this point. You're right, here we go. He reaches into one of his belt loops and pulls out a beautiful looking, almost emerald looking badge. It is cracked and engraved in such a way as to evoke a natural rock formation. There it is, guys. The Jade Badge. And let me just say, you guys earned this. All right, who's it going to? Make it a coin flip? Maybe I toss it up in the air and somebody grabs it. No, I'm just kidding. Here, you take it. Gives it to Vigo.
Yeah, I think that's fitting.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it.
And like, you know, it's like communal property, right? Like, I'm not a communist or anything, but like, you know, you only get like a max of 2 of these, so, you know, like share it or whatever.
Okay.
What does it do?
Oh, that gets you in touch with like nature, man. It lets you vibe, you know?
Yeah, I totally know, yeah.
Trying to look at it to see if there's anything obvious that it does.
Well, I mean, humans are a little bit less vibey, you know what I mean? But if you give it to a Pokemon, it'll make that Pokemon way more vibey. Eero chimes in, it makes your Pokemon better at survival skills.
So if I were to like analyze some of the mushrooms or any other kind of wildlife, if I were holding that badge, would it help me?
I don't know. You could try, buddy. Anyways, you take the mushrooms from them, right? Oh, yes.
Maybe.
I knew you had it via the scent, but I must receive that now. And I'm afraid
Can I at least
I must
eat one?
confiscate all of them. I'm sorry, Mako Brightwater.
So many tests! I was gonna make so many cool new potions!
Hey, don't worry, little dude. We saved those for the after party.
Oh, no. This child does not need to be invited to your after party.
As Eero takes the mushrooms. Wow, you got a bunch. I can't imagine Madame Superior would be too thrilled about that.
Well, she was kind of uppity, so she was really cool, but she had it coming.
Cool indeed,
We were
man.
killed by the foul demon that we had to get out of their ranks, so it was fine.
What'd you think of Jumpjaw? You know, the Tyrantrum. I trained him myself.
How'd you mutate him?
Oh, that happened naturally. You know, vibing with nature and all that.
Did it eat the mushrooms?
Maybe. I don't know. It just kind of happened that way one day.
So you just let him eat people for fun?
Oh, no. He never hurt anybody. Well, not like fatally. I gave him very specific instructions. Anyways, on to the second part of the reward, huh? As he keeps getting sidetracked. You can tell Stacy's a little spacey. He definitely likes talking about nothing in particular. As 1 second, I will go fetch the. Oh, here it is. This handout isn't broken. There we go. I wish I'd found this earlier. Everybody seeing that, or is it broke?
I'm not seeing anything.
I don't see it in gym leader handouts.
Hey, out of curiosity, by the way, Austin, I'm not gonna retcon it
Yeah.
this time, but if I were to like try and hold back a mushroom or two from Master Eero, what would I have had to roll? Would that be Guile?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm awful at Guile. Which I kind of did on purpose because I am a bit of a klepto.
I'm so thankful that you're not good at Guile, so that you don't turn into Corner Shanker or
Corner Shanker.
characters who like to steal.
I'll be the
things
Corner Shanker
and
that you can't find.
just like
Why isn't this
rob
show to players?
people
But
and
I'm gonna reload on my own.
things.
Anyways, let me reload this handout and then I'll tell you what your reward is.
So to be clear, there's still a gym challenge, a gym battle.
There's
right?
a gym. There's an optional gym battle. You can move on at
We
this point if
could-
you didn't want to do the battle.
And you know what? Yeah, I was like so set on the battle for so long, but now I'm like, that was so grueling that I don't even know. What
Yeah.
anymore.
Yep.
So that's interesting. So the challenge was the main thing, and the battle is optional this time.
No, it's all
They're
you
both-
do. You it's
yeah,
always
one or
optional.
the
You do one or the other, or you can do both.
Oh.
We did both last time.
Okay. Don't you get like an extra star or something?
You
Well,
do.
Currently, we're maxed on stars. so
You
we
get
could
an
lose
extra
a
star, and you get an extra money reward and an extra STM.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you receive STM-02 Leech Seed. Learnable by anything that can learn Grass Knot.
Interesting.
Also, Stacy doesn't seem to be the best with money, but Eero hands you guys 2,500 Pokédollars.
Oh.
I assume this is split 5 ways.
625 to everybody.
Yep, you split 5 ways unless you choose to divvy it up. So 500 or 4. Actually, there's 4 of you. So Rune-
We can give.
625.
yeah, Rune has different payouts. We'll get to later.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
61. No.
so 2,500
Yes,
and
yes,
STM-02 Leech Seed.
We need a sheet to keep our TMs straight on.
Sure.
We as a party remember.
I will make you a special handout.
Thank you.
And I'll have that by the end of the session. Okay, so
Thank you.
with that you have your material reward, you have your Leech Seed TM, and you have your Jade Badge. Righto, guys. Well, I think that's about it. Always happy to chit chat and all, but well, did you have any intention of taking on the gym battle?
Maybe. I feel like we need a night or two of sleep first, if possible.
All right, yeah, 3 days. I bet you guys were running on adrenaline the entire time.
Something like that. Hey, you mentioned an after party. Is that after the gym battle, or
It can be whenever you want, bro.
Well, I feel like we're probably about to collapse, but maybe we party tomorrow, and then we let you know after that whether we want to hit the gym battle.
Can do, and if you change your mind, no stress.
Right
What are
on.
the,
I'm here
what are the rewards for the
24/7.
battle?
Well, mostly 24/7. What'd you say, little girl?
What are the rewards for the gym battle?
Let me think. Eero? Looks at you. Yes, you will be receiving, well, considering you already have a badge, a total of 5,000, and you receive Stealth Rock.
Okay, thanks.
Of course.
Hey, Master Eero, what would I have to do to get some of those mushrooms for myself?
I am afraid this is a highly regulated substance. You would not be able to have these as a minor.
What if I told you how to analyze them and watched you while you did all my chemistry tests?
I am afraid we know everything there is to know about the Daydreamer mushroom. We really had to, considering what we're doing as a gym.
Well, can I at least read your records then?
Unusual request. We will send some documentation to your habitation later.
Okay, thanks.
Righto, guys. He kind of stands up arm wide. Feel free to hit me with a goodbye hug. Otherwise, I guess you're on your way.
Mako will absolutely give him a big hug.
Yeah, man. He's a very huggable man. You got the impression, kind of based on his silhouette, that he was a little flabby, but you get the impression that it's all just like muscle, just like kind of a bulky, almost sumo wrestler sort of muscle, or shall I say bodybuilder kind of muscle. There we go. All right. Yeah, you gather yourselves and presumably head back, assuming no further roleplay, and we're going to go ahead and adjourn the session.
We did it.
Well done! Gym challenge completed. So proud. What a journey that has been.
Dude,
How many sessions did that end up being?
Like 5 or something.
Yeah, I'll
I
tell
think it
you.
was more than that.
So
By the way,
looking
my-
looking at the Hall of Fame, high cloud, high cloud, high cloud, high cloud, high cloud. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. So you wrapped up the gym challenge in 6 sessions.
Goodness gracious.
It could have been
Yeah,
faster. It
so
could have been
many
slower,
things.
depending on what you guys went after and what shortcuts you took. But yeah, it's
It-
designed it's designed to be epic. It's a gruel, man.
My feelings at the end of this session do not reflect my feelings at the end of all the sessions. It was a good session, don't get me wrong. But also, like, I just feel like I'm embodying my character a little too much right now. And I'm so glad that we finished it.
Yeah.
I
was very
don't like
fun, but
side
it was-
quest cave.
Side quest.
Like, I'm so thrilled with my team now, but also, like, boy, do I feel like I worked for it.
You
Yeah,
did.
change of scenery
You all
would
earned
be
So
welcome.
much effort.
All right. Well,
So-
we're gonna go and call the session there. 12:30. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit longer, but anybody needs to go, feel free. We're gonna go ahead and end the recording.
Prepare recording.
XP.
Bye, recording.
Hi, recording.
Oh yeah, hold on. Before we end the recording,
Oh,
I'll give
go
a
ahead.
XP really quick, and then we'll end it.
Yeah, that way.
So just a straight up trainer level for everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
As you completed a gym challenge.
Okay.
And then you are going to be getting, I'm gonna double checking XP counts really quick. You're going to be getting a net total of Pokemon XP you'll be able to distribute to whatever Pokemon you want, including benched Pokemon, because it's considered like a trainer milestone. Like you are gaining XP as a trainer, so you're able to kind of distribute that.
Odd levels or features?
You're going to be getting a grand total of 600 XP distributed however you like.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'll put that in rewards. It looks like Caleb's already writing there, but I'll get it if you'd rather, buddy. Plus one trainer level,
make it look better.
distributed, plus.
Oh. I don't even know, because the higher levels get so expensive. Yeah, that's... Oh, man. That's like from level 22 to level 23 for one Pokemon.
Say it again.
It says... I was just saying that, like... Because XP gets so much more expensive, like 600 is enough to get one Pokemon from level 22 to level 23.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some catching up to do on some of my Pokemon. I'm trying to decide if I want to make Psyduck like fairly high level or get a Wooper. Probably get a Wooper.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good
Night night.
Good night.
It is a feature. Whoever said that.
All right,
We
there
get a
we go.
feature.
Yeah. Yep. 13 is a feature.
Okay, now we're gonna end the recording. Farewell.
Bye bye, recording.